Yeah. All right. I was spazzing last night, boy. But I realized what it was. Whenever you start spazzing like that, it's a good thing. I thought it was something like whatchamacallit. I realized it's programming. I'm realizing my relationship with nature, because my relationship with nature is that of like a conscious one. Understanding you can be connected and actually talk to the planet. You can be connected and actually talk to the trees. You can be connected and talk to the different elements. You can actually speak with it. Bro, it's so fire, right? So last night I was spazzing because I was so angry, and it was like, wow, I see it now. This is why it's good though. It's good though. I'm drinking some of this. I'm so thirsty that it is ridiculous. I was spazzing. You're good. I was spazzing because I was just like, yo, man. I was spazzing because I was like, yo, man, like I'm so tired of this and da 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 da. And get me wrong, like emotions are multidimensional. You can be angry, you can be sad, everything. So a part of me is like I am like hot because it's like, bro, all this amazingness that it's showing me, and it's only proving my point further that I said Supercell was insanely deep to deal with. I have superpowers, all type of shit, so many gifts and abilities unlocked, and yet I'm still sitting here like, holy fuck, this is a lot. Like, my body is so much stronger than it's ever been, and I'm still sitting here like it's a lot. So I was getting mad. I was spazzing. I was going off on the elders. I was going off on my family. I was going off on black people in general. I was going off on everyone because I felt like, bro, all I want was assistance and support. And I don't feel like it should be this difficult. I don't feel like it's me asking a lot when we have our assets and shit. So I was going off, right? And I hit a point, and I realized some of it yesterday, right? I was going off, bro. I was like, yo, man, I reached out. These people don't show up for me. This person didn't show up for me. Da 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 da. And I was like, yo, if I call this girl, I know she the one motherfucker that's gonna answer. Nigga, that nigga answered within seconds. Her phone's on Do Not Disturb because she be at work. But I knew to call it twice. I called that shit and she answered in seconds, nigga. Answered in seconds. Not only did she answer in seconds, whatever I needed, she provided it. Bro, I needed like $23. She sent me $50. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of shit that I be talking about, right? Like, bro, I was so hungry because I have not eaten in days. And it's like, I know like getting Papa John's is the most healthy, but when you haven't eaten in days and your body's hurting and you're starting to realize like, you know, at the end of the day, you're starting to feel so affected by it that it's like, you're like, you almost feel like you're starting to lose yourself. And I'm realizing, hold on. And all this made me realize this spazzing, this is why it's so necessary. I'm going to post all of this. I'm going to post these 2 videos because it's necessary. You have to spaz out like that and speak your truth. Like, you can't fucking like just not express it. Like, you have to. I just find it that I like expressing it in my own space. And 2 reasons I think of that is, one is it don't matter for someone else to hear it from me because they don't like. I find so often they don't have the capacity. Anytime I start expressing how I really feel, other people don't have the capacity and they start getting angry and just start projecting how they feel with this, that, and the other. And da 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 da. And I'm like, none of these people are tapped in the way that I've been tapped in. So it starts to just become like an emotional battle. I don't want to sit here and have an emotional battle with you if we're not at least afterwards going to sit down and be like, you know what? I see your point. I see how this affects you. I see how this. Okay, what is the planet telling us to do and move forward? How is the planet telling us to heal? If you're not on that, I start to like not care because odds are you don't know what to do from here. You don't know how to handle it maturely. You don't know how to anything. You only know how to see your side, and that's it. But going beyond this, it reminded me again. You have to understand, you are the earth. You are the ocean. You are the universe. You are the planet. You're all of these things. You're the star. You're all of that. So if you feel like that's not providing what you need, right? Because we know the universe has the ability to do that, which is you. You have the ability to do that for yourself. That means you're not pushing it enough. There's an aspect of you consciously that you're not using to have what you need. That is what I realized. And I was reminded of that yesterday when I spazzed like that, because I'm like, if I don't have what I need, it means I'm not acknowledging enough, right? So here's how I'll explain this. You might have a parent that's doing everything right. They might be putting clothes on your back. They might be, making sure you have food. They might make sure you're in school. But let's say you grew up with a disease, so you need very specific things. These thermals bother me. And it makes it hard to focus. They're not warm enough. These shoes don't fit. My feet are hurting. I need water during the day, right? So you find yourself in this position between, well, you have so much. You feel like you have more than other kids. You got an Xbox. You got this, that, and the other. So you're trying to be grateful. But at the same time, what you're doing is you're lessening yourself because you're not being honest. Just because I have all these things does not mean that I have to settle. It doesn't mean I have to settle for shit that doesn't actually help me. We have to get out of that programming. That's programming from our parents. And I'm learning that as I'm in nature, because all nature does is reflect you back to yourself. So it's going to reflect your higher self, and it's going to reflect where you consciously are. So even though I have all these powers and I have all these gifts and abilities and shit, I still have some of my parents' programming that I have to break. That nature doesn't look at shit like that. Nature doesn't look at, well, I gave you this, be grateful. It doesn't do that. It says, oh, you know what? I did give you this gift and that gift and that gift, but I see you're not in a house or apartment. So these gifts, while they're helping you, you're still in survival mode because you're sleeping in a fucking car. And then the universe is basically like, is he going to acknowledge? Is he going to have a backbone and say, well, this is still needed. I have to provide it. Me saying the universe. You have to consciously be stubborn. It's the same thing as Toph and Aang. You have to be stubborn like a rock. The rock's not going to move unless you're stubborn like the rock. And there's nothing wrong with being stubborn. It's literally a mindset. It's literally a perception, a perspective. That's all it is. I don't care what it is. Don't let anyone limit you in this, that, and other. I have all the powers in the world, and yet I'm still sitting here doing X, Y, Z. That does not mean you can't ask for more. I'm in a special situation where I actually have to ask more. I have to push this consciously. Bro, I have to. Whatever aspect of me is holding back because it's trying to be grateful for everything that I've been given, it's wrong. It's wrong, and I'm going to tell you this why. If you need all this, and you need that extra thing, you have to go to that extra thing and say, this is required, this is needed. You have to have a backbone with you have to have a backbone with nature. You have to have a backbone with the ancestors, because you're the living ancestor, means you're the king, you're the commander. You command your ancestors, you command the elements, you command all of this shit, bro. All of it. You command all of it. So you have to be that commander. It doesn't mean be an asshole. That's my programming. I grew up with my dad acting like a commander all the time. He was a tyrant. But what he and I didn't realize at the time was he wasn't connected to the planet. He wasn't connected to his intuition. So he made it feel like a tyrant. Like, even though you're wrong, you're still saying this and the other. I'm not wrong. I've been using these gifts and powers and this and the other, and I still sit here and say, bro, if I was sitting in a house, my progress would be more steady and consistent. It wouldn't feel like I'm getting all the way up and then something's missing, or I'm being locked out or slipped, or I gotta go order fucking Papa John's at 3 a.m. because I don't have the money to fucking eat healthy, right? You know what I'm saying? It's stuff like this. You have to ask for more, and you can't be afraid of that. And I realize that now, even though I'm on the next level and the next level and the next level. You have to ask for more. You have to keep going and ask for more. You have to be stubborn with the universe. Like, no, you're going to provide this. I am you, which means I have no bounds. I have no limits. I am eternal. You are going to provide this some way, somehow. Some way, somehow, you are going to put me in an apartment or a house where I have shelter, I have clothing, I have food, I have everything I need to take care of myself and continue to heal this shit, because I got actual real answers right now. I'm sleeping in my car and I'm still not afraid of having sickle cell attacks. But I'm also understanding that being here is not how I'm supposed to be taking care of myself, which is why part of my body hurting because I was on the beach trying to do backflips and shit. But at the same time, I'm not eating. I don't think that's good. I'm not sleeping in a bed. I don't think that's good. Sleeping in your car, the windows can't be down because here, down south, you got all type of bugs. I'm not having bugs in the car shit, right? But it's me. It's me. I'm realizing that now. The universe is saying, even though I've given you all these powers and gifts, I've given you this, that, and the other, you're still at 80% of what you need. There's another 20% here that you got to break through and acknowledge and request, and not even request, but command that shit. You have to command that shit. Bro, it's so funny. Like, it's so fire. It's so funny. That's basically what it was, and I realized that last night. Well, I kind of realized it when I woke up, and I kind of know, somewhere in the middle of this. Yeah, I gotta go there. But this is a good thing, because what's happening is the universe is putting me in a position to get mad like this. I know my higher self is doing this shit on purpose. Like, I know it for a fact. I know myself. I would put you in a position to get mad enough to realize what it is that's off, what it is that's wrong. You should not, you're limiting yourself. You understand that? That's the box that you're thinking, oh, let me be grateful. I've been given these powers and no. Apartment and shelter is absolutely required. I put your mansion on my wall. You shitting me? I blew bird money. Y'all talking Twitter feed. We got different sob stories. Say be a soliloquy. Nigga. You don't see Jay-Z fucking, you know. My parents made me think that going for my absolute best was greedy. No. I go for things that I absolutely need, like shelter and my own space, because it allows my energy to be clear enough for me to heal. It's not being greedy. It's knowing that I'm the universe and that I don't have to limit myself and be in a box. I can literally have everything that I need. Mind you, I'm saying need. I'm not saying want. And even then, you can have everything you want. I mean, I just don't want stupid shit, but, you know. All right. I'm wondering if a part of me kind of... It's funny because as I thought that, the sun came out. So I'm going to acknowledge it and see how it feels. A part of me wonders if... I was wondering, like, is this self-sabotage? Because I really cleared my energy out yesterday. But at the end of the day, I felt like I felt amazing throughout the day. I felt so clear, and I was so happy about it. And then at the end of the day, I laid down in the car, and I was so exhausted. Not even just exhausted, my body was hurting, and I was starving. And I was like, this is bullshit. Right? Like, that's how I was. I was like, no, this is bullshit. I went from feeling amazing, and this and the other. And then once I came here, I was like, yo, it's not congruent. This isn't congruent for where I'm at with my growth. Okay. This is why I like consciously acknowledging things. This isn't congruent. Being in the car like this is not congruent. Triple entendre, don't even ask me how. So, it's not congruent. This isn't congruent with what it's not congruent with what it's not congruent with the gifts that I've been given and the growth that I've had. It's not congruent. Okay. But I want to go back to that. I wondered if this was self-sabotage because I got clear enough yesterday to where, like, I was really confused as to what I was experiencing and what the fuck was going on. And I'm like, what? Right? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what the fuck? And, I got really, really clear. Hold on. Let me jump back a little bit. Yesterday, I wasn't clear, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And so I ended up getting clear, and I'm like, oh, this is what I needed. So then I got clear, and then that's when I finally came back to my car, and I'm like, yo, I'm tired. I'm feeling like this and the other, and I realized it's because the car is not congruent. I shouldn't be sleeping in no car. I should be in a fucking apartment, right? I should be in this and the other. But what I'm saying is, it's not necessarily self-sabotage. It's bigger than that. The perception is bigger than that. It's not self-sabotage. I think I was going to say it's programmed, but I don't think that's it. I think this is my higher self teaching me a lesson. Bro, if your spiritual growth, if you're the king and your spiritual growth is this high and you're doing, but you have to understand, nature is showing me certain shit about my spiritual ranking, about where I'm at actually in the spiritual realm. And they're like, yo, your spiritual ranking is insanely fucking high, which means you need a lot. Like a lot, which is why you have so many gifts, which is why your responsibility levels feel so fucking high. You're out here using superpowers, telekinesis unlock, all type of shit, healing, supercell, bro, all type of shit. Why the fuck are you still playing small? You're playing small. That's the problem. But the thing is, I don't know how to play like bigger than this. I gotta learn it. I gotta sit in nature and figure that out. Now that I'm consciously aware of what I'm experiencing and why it's wrong, I gotta go figure that out. I know exactly where I'm gonna go to. I thought it still has something to do with self-sabotage though. Because I feel like yesterday I cleared myself out to where I was like I was good, bro. Like I was like really, really clear. And I was like, I'm going to come back tomorrow and finish this. And then at night I started tweaking, bro. Like I started getting mad as fuck because I didn't realize, because it was from being in the car. It's not enough oxygen in here. It's fucking, this is not my car, right? Like I started tweaking. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep because I don't want to deal with this. I'll figure out everything I need to figure out tomorrow. I couldn't go to sleep. My body, my spirit would not let me go to sleep. It wouldn't let me go to sleep, bro. Usually, like, when this happens, because I know I'll end up doing something that I don't like I went and got Papa John's, but I'm not mad about it, bro, because I was hungry, bro. I reached out to this girl. I had to unblock her, right? Because I block people just because people be, like, they'll come to me because they're not conscious. They'll come to me with energy in certain moments that I'm like, this doesn't align. So this makes me feel like whatever you just brought was something weird, because this actually doesn't align. So I had to block people from having access to me. Like, you're not going to just send me some stupid shit. Like, you're not in the middle of me doing whatever I'm doing, whatever you have going on energetically. And mind you, I don't blame that on y'all. It's just energetically, you don't know you don't know what's happening. But I know, because I'm very spiritually aware. Y'all, they will come to me in certain moments where I'm about to like level up or do this, that, and the other. They'll come to me in certain moments and I'll be like, this is weird. Like, I could feel what this energy is doing. I'll come to you if I actually need something. If I'm actually guided by nature to come to you, which yesterday I got the actual green light to go to her and say XYZ. That nigga, I needed 23. She sent me 50, nigga. I talked about how like my childhood crush, and don't get me wrong, my childhood crush is not obligated to do anything, right? Mind you, she not my childhood crush anymore. That shit hit in a way where it was like I lost all like feeling for her, all anything. Because as adults, right, I just felt like, nigga, if somebody came to me saying they absolutely needed something, bro, I would have done something. I would have at least responded and say, here's what I can do for you, or you know, I can't. You know, even if you want to keep your distance and don't say anything, that's cool. But I felt like that was weird. If somebody really, really reached out to me like they needed it, the only reason I wouldn't respond or wouldn't say anything is if my intuition said absolutely no. Right? Like, if my intuition said absolutely no, don't, because they don't need your help, that's the only reason I'm not responding. So that really rubbed me off the mind. She's not obligated to do shit for me. I'm just saying, like, that shit made me, that it was like having the ick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a feeling I felt like, damn, nigga, all my delusional everything for you went away because of this. And maybe that's what I needed to learn, but nigga, that's what I mean, bro. I've never been able to actually go to black people. The only person I've been actually able to go to that will give me money is my mom, but she doesn't understand what's going on, so I can't go to her for the right amount of money I need. I tried it and it didn't sit through her head because she doesn't understand what's going on. I even try to explain to her, I'm like, yo, we have answers for this shit. Like, we have actual answers for sickle cell and super cell to heal this shit. It didn't fucking matter. Like, it didn't resonate. Like, it didn't land. None of it landed. I was just baffled by that. Like, that really did something to me where I was like, it did a thing the same way that, like, experience with the girl gave me. I don't want to say the ick, but I don't have any better words. I had the same thing for my parents. Like, it wasn't like, it was like, what I had from my parents was probably like programmed fear. Like, programmed fear, you got to respect your elders no matter what. I learned, that's what I was saying with the young generation. I learned, like, sometimes you really got to be on some, fuck the elders. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're doing. And they're trying to be in front of the group, right? Say we're like a group and we're traveling through the woods, whatever. They're trying to be in the front and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing, and they're not strong enough to fight anything off. They're not wise enough to say we're supposed to go this way, and they're not tapped in with nature to be like, you know what, we don't know where we're going, but our intuition, they don't have any of that shit. Any of it. But they're trying to sit in the fucking front and do it anyway. You're blocking people. You're in the fucking way, right? Like, that's what it did for me. So I was like, oh, wow, I really don't have to hold nothing for you. Like, I respect y'all and love y'all from a distance. Because you don't understand what real respect and love is. It's been fear you've programmed. You've programmed with you have all the power and what you say goes just because you're the elder. No, some of these elders are fucking stupid. Like, they're genuinely stupid. You have to actually look at their intelligence capacity and their emotional capacity. They don't have it. They don't. They just know how some of the world works because they've been in the world longer than us. That's it. But they don't have anything that's going to actually change our lives. Like, no, I'm not going to sit here and repeat what you did because I'm not meant here. That's why God gave me the fucking disease in the first place. So that I wouldn't be able to at all. That's the whole point of it. That's one of the whole points of it. It's not by mistake. It's not by accident. It's literally on purpose. So going back, because I kind of just went into a whole tangent, right? The girl that she like Hispanic, the only two people I've seen show up for me like that is my mom and her. There's situations like this where I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm starving. I'm hungry. I'm like, when do I get my support? I tried to force myself to go to sleep. I tried to do the, like, it's me, nigga. Like, I'm out here by myself. Like, I'm not trying to pull anybody into my issue. Like, I tried that, bro. And there's times where I do it so much that the universe is like, nigga, we're doing this so that you actually use the help you have. It's not about you constantly shouldering the mission. It's not about you putting the mission on your back all the time and being alone. You need assistance. It requires. And requirements, I mean. So, yeah, man, a lot of what I said, it still sticks. It still holds because it's like, nigga, if we were working together, bro, and people were actually consciously tapped in with this and that, you know? So, yeah, I'm gonna go. I tried to force myself to sleep. That didn't work. I tried to do so many different things. That shit did not work, bro. So now I gotta go back. I gotta clear this energy out and, see what from here. Because I feel like the universe is still pushing me. Like, oh no, you're gonna be stubborn. The universe, I know exactly what the universe is doing. It's telling me to have a backbone. Stop being a bitch, have a backbone, and quite literally say, no. If you got me out here showing me I'm this powerful and this high up spiritually, then I expect all my physical needs to be met on that same level. That means, yes, a lot is required. A car, a apartment / house. I don't give a fuck which one. All the money needed to order the food that I need, to have the herbs that I need. You know what I'm saying? In a space that's actually congruent. You know what I'm saying? That you have to push that shit. I thought I was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. No, you have to actually, like, command that shit. And I'm commanding that shit. And I'm like, okay, where am I going? Where am I at with it? How is this coming together? I don't know if I'm supposed to worry about it, but I'm telling the universe and the earth, no. My spiritual growth is insanely high. Insanely ridiculous. I have so many gifts unlocked. It is ridiculous. I've been using so many that it is ridiculous. Physical, congruent with the spiritual. Gotta be. This don't feel congruent. It don't feel congruent. So start showing me the way of how to make this congruent. And, then we can go from there. But, like, no. This isn't congruent. And I've been so like, oh, well, superpowers, I have all these gifts. I've been kind of just letting it slide. It's the same thing I did with my parents. It's programming. When you operate like this, you're actually blocking yourself off from blessings. The universe be trying to give you like $10 million, bro. And you're sitting here like, you actually need the 10 million to operate and do everything you need to do to go along with your mission. But you're sitting here and you're like at 2 million, right? And you're like, well, I have 2 million. But spiritually, 10 million is absolutely necessary for what it is you're trying to do. That's what's been shown to you by the planet. And you're like settling because, 2 million is a lot. I'm good with that. No, you have a mission and it requires 10 million. Let's get on it. Let's get on it. We're not about to sit here and put ourselves in perception boxes. If the universe and the earth said, I need 10 million for this mission because I have to do X, Y, Z, and then I'm going to have to do that X, Y, let's go. 10 million right now. Let's go. That's what you have. You have to command this shit. It's not asking, it's not begging, it's not nothing. And you're talking to yourself. You're talking to and the earth, nature doesn't look at it this way. It doesn't. Your parents would look at that as disrespectful. Your parents would look at that as like, who you talk to, you could be. The earth doesn't look at it that way. So who's really putting you in the box? Because when you do this, you're commanding your power. You're exercising your power. Let's go, bro. 10 million. You're talking to you. You are the earth. You're talking to yourself. 10 million. You have to command it. You have to have a backbone and command it. And now I'm doing that. I'm doing that with my ancestors. I'm doing that with the universe. I'm doing that with the earth. Let's go, bro. Make this happen. I'm not about to sit here. No. Hell no. I'm not doing nothing the fuck else until we are making this happen. So, all right, it's time for me to start driving. Oh, shit. My legs are fucking killing me, bro. Right? But what I was referring to and it being self-sabotage was I found this program or this habit where if things get too much, I would kind of like knock over the Jenga building or castle or blocks or whatever, because then you don't have to keep asking for shit, because our parents used to make us feel really guilty for asking for shit that we actually needed. Oh, you have enough. Oh, don't start with this kid. Right? The universe doesn't do that. The universe is like, no, he actually does need this. No, you actually getting in your car, you actually having to sleep in your car is actually going against your progress and growth. What time is it actually? I gotta turn this damn Bluetooth off. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, yeah, I must have turned it off before. Alright, come on, car. Stop with this fuck. It's 8:56. Okay. They playing fire music, and my stomach feels crazy. Right, like, see, I don't know what it is I would have done last night. I don't know what it is that I would have done differently. My stomach does feel kind of crazy. I genuinely don't know what it is that I would have done differently last night. But again, man, I'm telling my ancestors, like, let's go, bro. I'm not playing this game. I'm not moving no further. I'm not doing none of this shit. Like, you have to have backbone with them niggas. What are y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? You have to, bro. You have to, because they'll just have you keep doing shit and keep doing shit and keep doing shit. And I'm like, no, bro. I want a place to fucking stay, nigga. And the fucking money so that I can have my needs, my nigga, met. Requirements met. I be an entirely different fucking person when that shit is met. Fuck this survival goal shit. Like, even the girl said that, bro. She was like, bro, like, cause she knows, like, medical industry shit. She was like, yo, you're in survival mode. Like, I was saying to her, like, yo, how often are you supposed to have a cheat day? She's like, bro, you're in survival mode. When you're in survival mode, like, it's not a cheat day, bro. It's you literally trying to survive because you haven't eaten. That's literally it. That's literally it. Bro, I was doing this thing of like, yo, the universe is testing me. It's seeing if I'm going to fold. It's seeing if I'm going to fold. And you know what I started to realize? I have a bunch of moments where I didn't fold, and I still didn't receive the shit that I needed. I might have received a gift or something, but I realized, yo, this ain't enough. And you got to tell the universe, this ain't enough, bro. You know what used to happen when we were kids? I'm going to tell you right now. Some of us subconsciously started to parent our parents. We started to feel subconsciously. It's called hypersensitivity.
emotionally, oral-wise, psychic information, whatever. We started to pick up that our parents were emotionally immature, and we started to nurture them by not triggering those immature emotions. You feel like a bad parent because I'm asking for more is stupid as fuck. Nigga, I'm asking for things to be right, and I'm understanding you're not perfect. You don't have all the answers. You don't have all the answers, but you don't have to feel like shit. You don't have to do this poor me fuckery to fucking, make me stop asking for shit that I need, and we have the money for it. What the fuck are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna scratch my nose because I do feel uncomfortable. You see what I'm saying? I'm speaking my truth and I still feel uncomfortable. Right? But this is my truth, bro. I shouldn't feel uncomfortable. Why are you doing this poor me bullshit? Oh, feeling like, oh, you're a bad parent. My mom was doing that shit, bro. I was telling her, like, yo, this is what I need. And she started going into, like, I feel like I fucking... What the fuck is she? She's like, I feel like, oh, my God, like, you're making me feel like I didn't do good as a mom. Man, shut the fuck up, nigga. I done told you your whole life you've been a great mom, nigga. You've been there for me in the hospital. You just not perfect, bitch. Nobody's perfect. No one's fucking perfect, nigga. You are not gonna get it right, nigga. Understand the doctors didn't even know how to help me. Bro, what are you doing this Crimea River shit? Shut the fuck up, nigga. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Like, you're blowing my shit. And I'm starting to see why men get the way they get with women, because they start doing that Crimea. Shut the fuck up, nigga, and let's just figure this shit out together, nigga. This is what I need. How can we make this work? You doing this crime and you didn't do my job. No, you did great for what you had, bitch, but it doesn't mean we stop here, because the world keeps turning. The world keeps going. Things keep changing. Shut the fuck up with that shit, dog. I should make you feel this way, nigga. You buying new cars and shit. You talking about I need to live my life. You talking about in 10 years I gotta take it. How I'm gonna take care of you and I don't have my life together because you're not supporting me properly, bro. You went and got the money for a reason. You went and got these assets for a reason. We should not be waiting until you die to have these assets. To use these assets. Why are we not using them now while we're alive? What the fuck are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? It's shit like that that starts to piss me off. Because y'all doing stupid shit. Like, they're not looking at the situation at all for what it is. You think me having a job is going to change shit, and you don't understand the world is changing. My cousin has a fucking college degree and she can't even get a job. What the fuck are you, like, she has a college degree and she doesn't have no type of disease, nothing, nigga. Her situation is her parents wasn't fucking together, nigga. She got all that shit and she still can't get a fucking job. Can't hold a job. None of these niggas is holding jobs that's actually allowing them to live properly, because it's set up that way. It's a literal program. It's designed to be that way, so that you don't have the time to do what I'm doing, which is focusing on my gifts, my spiritual gifts. That's what that is. They start doing this poor meal, you were bad. Like, they start doing this it's emotional manipulation, because they're not emotionally mature enough to see that that's not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of the world and society in the way that it's been. Society told you being a good mom was go fucking stressing yourself out by going to a job, which was slavery, and then coming home as you were exhausted to take care of the rest of your family by cooking. That shit doesn't work. It's not you, it's society, dog. But miss me with this Crimea River bullshit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Like, it's nonsense. But what's happening is we start lessening ourselves. Like, people who are hypersensitive and really, like, psychic at a young age, which was me, we started fucking maneuvering in a way that kept our parents calm and comfortable. And that meant avoiding hard truths. That meant not speaking up when, oh, this is absolutely necessary, because you start acting like a fucking child when it's nowhere near that serious, bro. I'll give you an example. When I sold my car. When I came back, my mom was like, I had already planned on taking the plates back. Literally, I had planned on taking the plates back. Bro, I went out, I went in nature, I spent my time alone. My family knows, don't speak to me in the AM, because it's absolutely necessary for me to have my energy clear. I don't like to be bothered, because it actually bothers me. She comes up tweaking like, like she started talking to me the first thing when I walked in, and I just ignore her like, bro, I done told y'all this shit 1,000 times, bro. 1,000 times. I'm not about to tell you again and again. I ignore her. I go upstairs. She start tweaking out to me, oh, you know, you can at least give me the little respect. When you called me to come to the airport, I came and got you. We went and got food, you needed groceries. Yes, these are absolutely important things. If you couldn't pick me up at the airport, you could have just fucking said that. Like, you literally could have just fucking said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, please. Like, you miss me with this bullshit, right? So, I'm just like I'm sitting down eating breakfast, nigga, with my headphones in. She's talking to me with headphones in. With headphones in. Like, they're not here, bro. Like, they're retarded. They're not here. You clearly see I have headphones in. And you're talking to me. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's annoying, bro. It's so ridiculous. And it was something that didn't need to even be handled absolutely right now. It was no rush, and she's tweaking at me first thing in the morning, feeling, oh, you feel disrespected. I don't give a fuck about what you feel, you fucking idiot. Like, I don't want to hear none of this shit, dog. I don't. Y'all niggas is retarded. I tell y'all over and over again. And you know what she did? She did all that tweaking out for her to go by her fucking self and do it anyway. Nigga, I had already planned on doing this shit the next day. I couldn't even get a fucking word in because I'm trying to focus, bro. It's first thing in the AM. I'm listening to something important. I'm literally trying to be in my own energy because I'm taking care of myself. But your dumb ass won't even listen to why I need to do these things. You know what I'm saying? And all they'll hear from this, you're being disrespectful. They're not looking at the fact you're getting in the way of my health. You're actually in the fucking way. And you have the assets to help me. So if I were to make you feel like a bad parent, this would be it. You have the assets to help me. I have the information on how to heal suicide, and you're not assisting me. Like, that to me makes you a bad parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's this type of shit, bro. I'm like over it. It's fucking annoying because it's so fucking stupid. It's literally so stupid that it is ridiculous, bro. And I'm just reaching that point where, like, I'm over it, my nigga. It's just dumb. Like, you're emotionally nurturing your parents, but it leads to you fucking sacrificing yourself, your own intelligence, your own this, that, and the other, so you don't make them constantly feel stupid, so you don't constantly trigger them because they're like babies. Once they fucking, like, once you say something they can't understand, they get triggered and emotional and weird. And all that is to do is to jump out of this where now we feel like we have more power than you because we're more intelligent. Our fucking generation is more informed and aware. Like, that's all it is, bro. It's one of the most ridiculous fucking things I've ever fucking come across. Literally, it's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever fucking come across, bro. And I'm just hitting that, like, bro, I'm like over this. Like, this is, you know, but that's what I mean. Like, you start lessening yourself. So you start feeling like you're ungrateful because this, and no, that's not what it is. This motherfucker just stupid. This motherfucker's stupid. And they want you to be programmed with them. And I'm like, no, bro. I'm not going to be programmed with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to block you off from access because you're not helping me. I'm not going to talk to you for what? Your energy is in the way. You have no awareness of it. You don't clear the shit out. You don't do any of this. Why am I going to sit here and do X, Y, and Z? And I think this is what the universe showed me. I gotta start speaking my truth. But it's like, it doesn't want me to speak my truth with people because they don't have the capacity to understand. Like, they literally don't get it. You know? For example, I had this conversation with my cousin where he went on some tangent where I was like, this entire conversation is now pointless. And I now want to walk away. Because this is pointless and it's not going to get us anywhere. You're going to keep reiterating your point, and I'm going to continue to sit here. And I actually look for what people say and if it actually resonates. It didn't resonate. And he made these comments of like, there's nothing you could provide for me, like da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, dog, you clearly need healing. You have no idea you have demons around you, nigga. You're like, what are you talking about? Right? Like, it's shit like this, and this is why I be wanting to go into the world. And don't get me wrong, I'd be very open to speaking to these people and saying this. Like, and every time my intuition says no, I'll go to their higher self will say no. I learned that if you go to their higher self, or if your intuition says no, just leave it alone. Because it's just saying, even, no matter what you say, no matter how much sense it makes, if that person isn't open to hearing it, meaning they don't have the capacity, don't waste your time. You know what I can provide for you? Getting you off drugs and getting demons out of your life. And healing you. Because your body clearly needs a lot of healing, because I can feel it from here. That's what I can provide for you. I can probably activate your superpowers too. So don't ever tell me I can't provide you with nothing, because this is way more. This is worth way more than all the money that you have combined. All of it. I came here on some, we're a family, okay, let's start putting our shit, our tools, and this, that, and the other together. And when I got there, it didn't fucking resonate anymore, which I thought was fucking insane. But I wasn't tripping, because I had somewhere to sleep, and I had this, that, and the other. And I kept activating new gifts, which is why you saw me outside every day. No, I don't want to make music that's poisoning you, that's talking about doing drugs and lying to women. I'm just really good on that shit, bro. But here's the thing. I've also learned not to argue with niggas. I'm not going to argue with you. If you have the capacity, I'll argue and debate with you. Because then I'll see, like, you'll see, okay, he's actually making sense. He's not capping. Like, he's not bullshitting. He's not just making things up. He's not arguing to argue. But if you don't have the capacity to listen to others, then it becomes a problem and it becomes a waste of time. Had the same issue with my other cousin. Like, just going on and on and on and not letting other people speak is the problem. That's the problem. I literally let other people speak, and then I compare our fucking, okay, what you're saying with what I'm saying. Right? And then I'm seeing, okay, this doesn't necessarily make either one of us more right. We're seeing things differently. How can we put that together? How can we do that and the other? But I'll let you speak. You know? So it's like, bro, I'm just hitting the thing where I'm just starting to stop caring, bro. I'm starting to stop caring. I'm starting to, like, I don't want to fucking, it's just making me feel like, bro, like, I just need to start speaking my truth to the absolute max. And whoever is, like, not with it, in the sense of, like, you're making me feel bad for speaking, that I'm not supposed to be around you. No matter who you are, I don't give a fuck. That's where I'm reaching. I don't care who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, I just don't like going into the whole disrespectful thing. Because I'll tell you myself, I have not had enough energy to hold boundaries without enmeshing with you. Once I get enmeshed with you, I'm going to start matching energy, and we're going to start having a shouting match, and then it's going to lead into other shit. I already know that. So I think it's weird. And I noticed that I don't like being around y'all niggas, bro. I don't. I think that's my honest truth, and I need to express it. Sometimes I try and overlook a lot of shit because, like, it's your family, and it's like, you know, you want to be around. But I don't like being around people that constantly make weird, slick-ass comments. I don't care if you have money, and I don't care if you have a college degree. None of that shit means anything to me. If you don't know how to bring that together for us to work together, then I don't care. But what you're not going to do, you're not going to sit here and disrespect me and do this, that, and the other. And I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm not going to defend myself. I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to leave and just cut off the access, because I don't think that's going to get me anywhere. You're talking about this, that, and the other and making money and da-da-da-da, but you're revealing other aspects of what you were saying and showing is not the full-blown truth. So it's like, da-da-da-da. Like, no, bro. I don't want to deal with none of that shit. I just don't. To me, it just genuinely seems like a waste of fucking time. It don't. And I think I'm seeing it now. I think the universe is showing me the same message over and over. You're going around people where you can't be your absolute self. That is what's happening. You're going around people, you can't be your absolute self. You're allowing people to say whatever and disrespect you and da-da-da-da-da. And it's not even about you having to defend yourself. It's not even about you having to this, that, and the other. It's just realize these people don't have the fucking answers, bro. Right? Like, you have to start, oh my God, that's what, you have to have a backbone. No, nigga, that's disrespectful as fuck. Like, just because you have a college degree does not make you smart. Just because you have this money does not mean you don't have demons around you and need healing. And you're already showing certain things you had to do to get this money, which is not, like, on par with what you have displayed. So it's like, this is contradictory as fuck. And that's my problem. I have to have backbone and spread and say my truth. And I'm like, I want to do it in those moments, and my body is like, no, don't. So is my body saying no, don't because of programming, fear, any of that? Or is it saying I'm wasting my time? It's saying you're wasting your time. Oh my God. But it's good that you can see the truth and you can see where people's ego and problems lie. They have no awareness of how the things that they say are disrespectful as fuck. And I'm reaching that point where I just don't care for it. I don't go personal because you have to understand these people are programmed like a motherfucker, right? So me arguing with you is basically arguing with your trauma. It's arguing with your demons. It's arguing with the shit that you need to heal. So it's pointless. But at the same time, it makes me wonder, like, okay, maybe this person will see through it if I argue back with them. Maybe they'll afterwards be like, you know what, that nigga was actually speaking the truth. Like, this is disrespect, this is no. I be seeing why my sister operates the way she operates. But I've also seen the pointlessness in her. Like, my sister will fucking argue with your ass back. And I'm like, I see what that does to her. I'm like, this is a waste of time. Like, that's how I generally feel. I start feeling like, yo, this is a waste of time. These people don't have the capacity. I don't see what this is accomplishing in the slightest. But I'm also seeing allowing it is not accomplishing anything. So what I learned is I just gonna go back to my own space, bro. I'm just gonna go back to my own space. I'm not about to argue with you over nothing. You can have fun, this, that, and the other, my nigga. Right? I be trying to go around people and like show them all superpowers exist and have healing, and then they just be on like whatever. And it's like I don't want to take it personal just because it's like I understand what's going on. Like, you're programmed in this, that, and the other. Like, I get it. But it's very like frustrating. It's the same thing dealing with your fucking parents, bro. Like, your parents have all the tools to help you, and their fucking emotions and programming is in the fucking way. It's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life. But I gotta go clear out my energy and figure out what I gotta do from here, because I'm starting to see the universe is telling me to like it's basically telling me to have a backbone. Like, you have to press the universe. Literally, you have to press it. You're like, all right, bro. I don't know how to press people because I never liked the feeling, so I basically ran from it. I don't like the feeling of people pressing you because it's weird, in my opinion. Why do you feel the need to constantly press me or have me in check? Like, it's weird. So me doing it to other people just felt like matching energy. It just felt like enmeshment. You don't know what enmeshment does to your body. I spoke in the first video on how I know what that feels like because of my sensitivity with supercell and energy and the aura and all these different things. Anytime I've pressed my issue with people, like us going back and forth debating and arguing over like real shit, in the sense of like we start to actually get like I don't want to say passionate, but like we're going back and forth to where now it's getting heated. You're absorbing so much of that energy that I just be like, this isn't worth it. It's not worth it. This motherfucker can't see shit regardless. So it's like, why am I doing this? Why? You know? So I don't be wanting to. What's the answer? And here's the thing. I should be able to go into the world and say this. I should be able to come out and say this. Like, you know, I need assistance with this. I don't know what else to do. Because if it's up to me, I'm going to just stay away from your ass. Like, y'all don't like when someone pushes up against back y'all, but y'all are okay with being disrespectful. That's weird, bro. Like, and I'll try to look at I'll look at it from everything. I'll be like, maybe this is like this is a scam. Maybe this is a reflection of myself. Maybe I'm holding the superpower thing over people's head and too high. I'll do that, but I'm like, who am I doing that to? I'm not doing that to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not doing that to anybody. Who am I sitting here going to? I have superpower, so I know what's absolutely best. Now, is there a side of me that does feel that way a lot of times? Yeah. Simply because you're listening to your intuition. If your intuition is telling you you have the best answers, you're doing answers off programmed information comes from our colonizers, and you're doing shit that is either, I'm not going to use that word, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you're doing shit that like basically is bringing demons around. You can't even sense that they're fucking here. So what I don't want to listen to, especially when there's a lot of holes in your story and what you be saying and showing, like, no, bro, I'm like really, really good on that. So this is where I often start to just peel back, because if I can't sit here and even say to you, I'm only here because I have superpowers, bro. I'm only here because you're not understanding. So when someone says go get a job and go do X, Y, Z, and I'm telling you, like, the only reason I was even able to step out into the world like this is because I had to use my superpowers to the max. I don't see what me having a job is going to accomplish, especially when the planet is telling me no. My intuition's telling me no. My energy's telling me no. All this type of shit. So this basically puts me back in the understanding of, like, this is about aligning my energy. Holy shit. And expanding my capacity while also, like, telling, like, no, this isn't enough. It's not enough. And it actually feels freeing because I realize I'm being honest. I'm being honest and aware that this isn't enough. All the superpowers in the world, but if I'm not in an apartment, this and other, or where I have shelter and this, it's not enough then. It's not enough because your spiritual growth and your physical, like where you are spiritually, physically need to be congruent. This isn't congruency. So I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into nature and I'm going to sit with this and I'm going to speak on something like, all right, bro, like I've been doing everything that has been shown of me to the absolute best of my ability. You either show clarity, right? Bring me clarity, show me, okay, how do we line this up? Or what? Like, you know what I'm saying? I just really feel like last night was like something. And I wonder, is that my energy or is that this? Because I'm like, the timing of that just seems to, bro, right there when I got to like really, I was like 90% clear. I start feeling like that is crazy. I even tried to force myself to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, what is this? Why is this? Da 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 da. And it's weird, only at night do I start feeling that way. It's only at night. I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel kind of sore right now. But it doesn't last. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to go talk and have this conversation with the ancestors, with the land, with everything. Because I'm like, it's basically saying the universe, the earth, all of this basically responds to your vibrational level. You know what I'm saying? I see you have backbone. Have the backbone to speak your truth. But have the awareness to know if you need to speak your truth around this person. Right? Because I feel like you have to know when speaking your truth is going to be a waste of time. It's just going to trigger people and get you nowhere. Or when it's like, a part of me kind of feel like I should have taken that as either leaving or just speaking my truth. Absolutely. Like, no, I don't agree with that. No. I don't agree with it. But what happens is I feel how that enmeshes you with motherfuckers, bro. And I don't like that. So it's either I have to have backbone and push it the fuck anyway and fuck what you're talking about, which my body's saying no. I might not have the physical capacity for that. Or I have to remove myself from this space and realize I'm basically talking to a robot. And it is pointless. You literally just said how you got money for XYZ. Like, da-da-da-da. Why would you not even tell me that before I came here? That was crazy now that I think about it. Why would you not even say this before I came here? You waited until I got here to tell the truth. And it's funny as hell because there's a gift that I have that showed me that I would do this. It showed me. And I'm not going to say what it is, but it showed me. And then it revealed itself. And I was like, wow, that is what that gift is. So, again, I think everything right now is that it? No, okay. I think everything is happening for a reason. And everything's happening in alignment. But I'm also understanding, like, yo, the next level just come. They don't care that you have all these gifts. They don't care about this and other. The next level just comes and it continues. You be thinking, oh, it's going to be fine and dandy now because of this and other. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes the next level is like that because the gift you got from the previous level is that fucking strong. Does that mean that all of your requirements are met? Does that mean you have somewhere to sleep at night? Do you have the money for food and shelter and this and the other? Because if the answer is no, then you still have more work to do. Like, the next level requires more work. Every new next level requires more work. Unless the level is saying you need to rest and you da-da-da-da-da. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking ridiculous, bro. But I'm seeing it now. It's like, it's either I have to either get my capacity up to where I can speak my truth around people regardless of whether it's going to trigger them or not. Or, oh yeah, that's perfect right here. Or, I have to be more aware of these spaces that I'm in. Because I'm not cool with the disrespect shit. Like, I'm just not. I don't like that shit. I don't like when people start talking to me in a way where it's like you're talking down to me. I don't treat you like a drug addict, and I don't treat you like a fucking drug addict. So y'all niggas shouldn't be doing this shit. Like, that's weird. And I'd be like, you know what? Call it out. My intuition, my gut, leave that shit alone. They don't have the capacity. They don't have the capacity. You're wasting your time. It don't matter what you say. It don't matter how much sense you make. It don't matter if you defend yourself, you do X, Y. It literally don't matter. None of it matters. None of it matters. None of it. And I learned that. But I also learned a lot of other things just from going there and experience. So I still find the experience very valuable. I still love my family. I still love them, but at the same time, it's like, I don't have time for y'all niggas. Y'all niggas be wasting time and all type of stupid shit. I'm not here for that. I'm just not. I'm not. Okay, so I'm gonna go and get really clear. Really clear. Because I'm like, I just have to. I'm like, I feel like the timing of yesterday was just too, it was too, what's the word? It was, what's my phone on? 27? No, hell no. I got my phone. I need my phone to charge a little longer. It was too, it wasn't a coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence. Every time, and I thought it was like, so I cleared my energy out and I needed to clear out some more, but I was like, I'm gonna come back the next day. It's like something shows up that it's like I thought it was a choice point, where it's like you can choose to absolutely just push through this pain and finish what you gotta do, but that's not necessarily it. You have to consciously be aware of what is it that's trying to be shown to you. You know what was trying to be shown to me? It was being shown to me that this was not congruent. I needed to get angry. That's my intuition is not stopping me from getting angry. Sometimes my intuition will stop me from getting angry. The same way it'll stop me from arguing with people. They don't have the capacity, whether it be emotionally, intelligently, or wise or physically, to even have the conversation. It's not stopping me. There's a reason. And part of that reason is that, no. Keep it. Part of that reason is because there's a part of me that knows that this is not congruent. But it's the universe is trying to get me to see why. I thought it was on some, like, you know, when things get hard, you just got to push through. But I've done that before. It does not work. I'm going to tell you right now, an example I have. I had an example where I was practicing energy, right? I was practicing work with energy. And I came across this problem where if I had too much energy or if I was around specific people, I would get crazy level horny. And I felt like a psychopath. I felt crazy as fuck. And I was like, you know what? I just gotta wait it out. It'll go away, bro. It was days went by and this feeling was not going away. And nobody could explain to me what it was. I started to feel bad shit. So then I would be like, yo, I can't sit here and deal with this because this is making me feel crazy. So what I would do is I would jack off. I would release the energy. So what I realized what this was showing me several things. It was showing me that, one, there was too much energy in my sacral chakra, lower dantian, and all the same shit. It was too much energy there. Not only that, right? I had to sit here and figure this out because no one else would help me. And this is why it's important to know what is the lesson being taught here. What is the test? What is the review actually about? You have to question that because the universe and your higher self is constantly doing that. You have to figure out what the lesson is, what it's actually about, right? So what happened was, I figured out that what's happening, my body wasn't finished healing. My aura wasn't finished healing. So while you have all this energy, it's amplifying all these gifts you already have unlocked. It's amplifying the fact that you're absorbing energy from this person. This person's energy is not in alignment, and it's not in alignment with you, and you're absorbing it, and now it's making you feel crazy. But you have no real way of protecting yourself other than blocking access from that person. That is why I tried to learn from certain people, and it wouldn't work. Because they weren't aware of this. When I tried to question it, they would make me feel small or weird for questioning certain things. But what was happening is they were projecting that onto me because in reality, they didn't have the capacity to fix the problem. They didn't know how to sit down and listen and say, oh, this is probably why, let's do this. They didn't have the thing to say, oh, you're probably absorbing my energy that I still have to heal. Let's take a break from each other. They didn't have the conscious thing to be like, let's be two individuals who coexist. They didn't have that. It always had to be, I was under you and you were over me. And that, like, no, that doesn't work. Nature said, get the fuck out of there. Everyone was like, oh, you're crazy, Ricard. Now I have superpowers and all this shit is unlocking. Way farther and way stronger than what I had before. Right? So when I say that, I'm like, what was it? I don't want to get too lost in that. I thought the lesson was about pushing through, right? That's the point I was trying to make. Pushing through, the universe will test you. You don't fold when times get hard. It's not about that. It was about using intelligence. Something here is not right. It's not about me pushing through. It's been days and this shit is still happening. Now it's about intelligence. Now it's about, okay, let me figure out what's actually going on. Oh, this environment's not going to grow it. Oh, your old ass energy and emotions that you're hiding, whether you're aware of it or not, is being absorbed by me, because nothing is truly hidden. Nothing is truly hidden. Nothing you do in the dark side is seen by the earth, is seen by the spiritual realm, is seen by the cosmos. Nothing you do is hidden, right? So when I look, ooh, a hawk. When I look at that, like, I realize, like, I had to get in my own energy and learn from myself. I've always felt that way. I want to learn it myself. Shut up. Let me figure this out myself. And people would just talk. So I couldn't do it myself because you're getting in the way. Not realizing that's how you become a genius. Don't say anything. Let the kid figure it out himself. Don't say anything. They were literally trying to block my genius, bro. It's ridiculous. Now I'm out here with all these gifts and shit. And now it's the next level of you have to figure out what you have to do from here. You realize going to other people who are not consciously aware is a waste of time. If they're not consciously aware, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. So, I forget. I'm trying to remember what was the original thing I was talking about. That's fire. What was the original thing that I was talking about? I think I was just talking about, you're good. I think I just was talking about someone being away from people. I was the test or whatever from the universe. I realized that, like, no, it's saying have backbone and understand, like, where you are spiritually and physically are not congruent right now. So you have to command that. You have to command that physical congruence. But you have to actually have backbone. You have to have backbone even to see this for what it is and speak on it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? You have to have that. You have to. Even if you have to go do it in your own energy, because being around you have to understand, when you're around a certain person, so if you're and this person having a debate, the energy of that debate can only go so far because of their awareness. So if you have to limit yourself, then you have to go into your own space and where your energy is no longer limited, and then see things for what it really is. Because being around a person will block you off from, like, your higher self, bro. It's the most ridiculous thing. That's why I don't argue with people. That's why I let people say whatever they say. I let people reveal themselves. And I see exactly where your energy is coming from. I see exactly where it's running. You don't even realize all the shit you're saying is coming from programs in your body. You have no idea, right? And it's not like no personal attack thing, but that's my awareness of, like, fuck, like, this person, like, they don't know. Like, they literally don't know. And I'm literally disregarding the disrespect because I know you don't know. And I know me saying something is pointless because I tried and my intuition stopped me. I mean, it just means you don't have the capacity. Your higher self is saying they cannot handle this. All you did was defend yourself in one small thing, and the person started to lose their mind and become disrespectful. What do you think happens if you shut their whole shit down and basically show them, like, yeah, this isn't this and this isn't that, and this person has demons around them, they cannot handle it. They wouldn't even know what to do. It'd be reality breaking. So it's like, I was like, what the hell? So it's like, yeah. So the only thing I'm looking at now is I gotta sit here and figure this out. Now I know I could come here. So all of this is growth, all of this is learning, all of this is, like, amazing. But this is why I stay away from my family. Because the universe and the earth be supporting me in those decisions, bro. I used to think I was crazy. I finally sat and unlocked all these gifts and powers and strengthened them, and the universe basically literally supported me in this decision. Literally. It was like, oh no, you made the right decision, bro. Like, they don't know what they're doing or talking about or any this, that, and the other. And I just was like, bro, see. And niggas tried to make me feel bad about it. Like, no. I don't make y'all feel bad about not being there for me with Supercell. And maybe I should start doing that shit. None of you niggas have acknowledged it. None of you niggas have spent your childhood in the hospital. None of y'all niggas did that. Why don't we support each other? I don't understand. All right, whatever. You know? But I try not to take it personally. You know why? So I understand the experience of sickle cell itself vibrates on a certain level that none of these people have access to. That's what's happening. Supercell and sickle cell vibrates on a certain level that people who have not experienced that shit don't have access to it. So if they're not aware on a conscious level of like, they're like a medical student who actually knows what the experience of sickle cell is and sees it, they almost can't even talk to you about it. They'll skip the conversation. Their spirit will block them off from it because it's too low vibrationally where it would actually make their energy sick. It's crazy. So, again, I'm telling you, the universe will test your ass in wild ways. And again, they're not just tests. They're bigger than that. Ah, I see. That's what was being shown to me. I have to start giving back more. I have to start making videos. So I'm gonna upload to Instagram a little bit. I just don't like Instagram because 10 minutes isn't enough. Okay, I see what I'm gonna do though. I see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into that and I'm gonna start posting on Instagram because I'm starting to realize like certain things are just not enough. And I have to give back because my awareness is very high. Like very high. Like insanely high. So I'm gonna start doing that. I just have to. Like I have to, right? So next thing is that all? Is there more for me to say? A little more? Oh, these things, like people always call it tests for the universe. They're bigger than tests. They're like a multi-dimensional like thing. It's like a test. It's a review. Sometimes it's an opportunity. It's all of this bundled into one and more. So like it's a multi-dimensional test. Imagine if you took a test in school and like the teacher, instead of just making that one test final, they found ways to be like, how can I explain that? Well, okay, this wasn't like you'll think it was a test, but then it'll be like, no, it wasn't a test. It just was a review. This is where you're at. You got a 96. You did great. So that's a great review. You know, you have space to improve, but this is a very, very good score. Sometimes it'll just be like that. So the test won't even be like, it won't even be a real test. Then sometimes it'll be an opportunity. So what if your teacher was like, I'm giving you the opportunity to this be your test score, or you can try and improve this by taking the test again. Right? Like it'll do shit like that. Like sometimes it's a review, sometimes it's a test, sometimes the opportunities, all of this shit bundled in one and more beyond. It's wherever how much we can fathom in the moment. Like it's beautiful. It's literally beautiful. And it'll also be like a lesson for growth. It'll also be a lesson for growth and you grow in a space. So for example, I'll tell you, the ocean told me to sell my car. That's why I sold it. There's no bigger reason than that. There's no reason other than that, right? I had told my cousin, like, yeah, I sold my car to be here because I was on some, like, I'm going to go get money with him because it seemed like he had money. And that shit actually ended up not resonating when I got there, which was crazy. But I had unlocked all these other gifts while I was there. So it was like cool, and I got to spend time with my cousin. I'm like, we have the same blood. There's like some spiritual connection shit. So even though consciously he just fucking yapping, this motherfucker be talking all day. I love him. And sometimes I be want to tell him that maybe I got to be more honest with my family because my nigga, you talk too much. Nigga, shut your motherfucking ass up, nigga. That side of your meridian is blocked. That's why you talking this much, nigga. Shut up. I love you, but damn, nigga, be quiet. Like, please, Jesus Christ. Like, but I will say I also do love a lot of things he does talk about, but he talks too much in a sense where he has to dominate the conversation. I don't like that. That's a sign of sickness, actually. But if you want to dominate the conversation, go make a video by yourself type shit, right? Right? So, what was I saying? Right. Ocean told me to sell my car. That's why I went there thinking, okay. And this came afterwards, like, all right, let me go be with my cousin. I might maybe get some money with him because I was trying to, how can I create this, having this money so I can have my physical growth align with my spiritual growth. And so, you know, damn, what point was I making? I sold the car, and it was like, damn, what point was I making? I almost forgot. You see why I don't like going into that type of shit? You see why I just did it and I lost my point? I mean, it's gonna be here. It's still there. You just have to just chill and wait for it to come back in. So if it's important, it'll come back. But it's just on some like, okay, I was saying, right, talking about test and review. See, I let it go. It comes right back if it's important. I was talking about the test review. I went there. It felt like a giant test from the universe because this was hard for me. I had to sell, but I sold my car where I was like I was literally like 2 hours away from home. So I thought the check was going to go through immediately. It didn't. And they was like, yo, it's an 8-day hold. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Right? Because I didn't have no money. So I'm like, holy shit, like, okay, this is a problem. And so I'm like, maybe it might go through the next day, because I called them and they're like, it might go through the next day. No, I had to wait like 8 days. So I'm like, yo, okay, I'm gonna thug it out. I'm gonna sleep on the beach. First night I did that shit, I could not handle that shit. It was way too much. I was like, this is crazy. And I had bags and shit. So it was like, nah, this is too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? That might sound like a lot to Loud Hill, bro. I've been sleeping in my car for months. I've been literally sleeping random. No one bothers me. No one does anything because, one, I'm spiritually protected. And I try to tell people this shit. I'm spiritually protected. Nothing happens to me. No one bothers me. No one does anything. I actually come out here and meet people. I literally meet people and make friends when I do shit like this, right? It's awesome. Y'all niggas is afraid because y'all not in tune with y'all intuition. You're not in tune with the planet to know where you need to be. And if you're where you need to be, you will be protected and you will be safe. Y'all not tapped in enough, right? That's what that is. And you're letting fear control you. That's all that is. My fear has really gone away for like a big portion of the type of fear I used to have. And then you have to also understand fear itself is a program that's in your body, and you have to just remove the energy of it, and it won't be able to control you the way it used to be, right? But going back, I get to my car. I just sold my car for $3,000. I'm trying to figure this out. I go to my cousin and I'm like, yo, like, I'm thinking I'm gonna get money with him. That's not gonna happen because everything he's introducing me, one, I either already know it or I could feel it doesn't resonate. It's one or the other. And I mean, everything he introduced to me was like a waste of time. But I didn't want to say that to him. I was like, maybe we'll get somewhere where something resonates. We didn't. Certain things we talked about, but like, it was like consciously, like, he couldn't go but so far. And I was like, fuck, right? But while I was here, I realized I didn't even know how to manage $3,000 without having a car, right? Because I started lifting, I started ordering food, I started doing that and others. So I started seeing how fast $3,000 goes, right? So I started realizing this was a lesson on, are you even ready to have this level of money? You see what I'm saying? The universe taught me. I asked for it, and the universe put me in a situation to test me, to teach me, to help me learn myself in a review where, oh, I see, this is how I have to be about money. You have to take certain things into consideration. You have to be like, okay, shelter. Okay, I have this much. How am I going to budget? You have to do a lot of different things. Now, mind you, everything was all over the place. I was sleeping in my car. I didn't know where to go. But understandably, it taught me all that. It tested me. It brought me here. It saw that I was willing to make the risk. So yeah, I already went through that 3,000. But it's simply, what I learned from that is I went through the 3,000 because for several reasons. I didn't have my own shelter. I didn't have my own transportation, and I was doing Lyft. So I realized Lyft is like a waste of money. You got to have your own transportation. You have to have your own transportation. I had to sell the car because that's what the ocean told me to do. It cleared out a lot of energy from my past. So sometimes the universe, the nature would tell you to do certain things. It's bigger than just $3,000, bro. That shit cleared out hella energy. That collapsed an old timeline that I can't even go back to no more because the shit is old. You want to go into a higher timeline, a higher vibrational reality, you have to collapse the old shit. You have to. And so sometimes now I'm on some like, okay, this is why I be wanting to collapse old shit. This is why I block people. This is why I don't allow people to have access to me. Because once you start allowing these people to have access, like, their energy starts to come into your shit, and you be like, So I'm, clear myself out. But higher vibrational timeline, jumped into it, right? So when I went there, I learned all of this. I basically started to learn money management. I started to realize what it is I need. Okay, I need my own shelter, and I need my own transportation, because if not, your money starts to blow like this. Now, the next thing is, you can't be ordering out. You got to you have to cook your own food. Because if you sit here and cook your own food, you might go to Whole Foods for like $100. That might last you a week. So you start realizing, okay, so every month I need probably around $400 because I need food to cook for myself each week, right? You need food, you need money for a little, etc. I ain't tripping off clothes. I buy clothes here and there. I just buy clothes because I have to protect my body. As someone having supercell, but it's not that much. Your main thing is shelter and transportation. It's mainly shelter and transportation. And then food. Shelter, transportation, food. I'm the type of person, I'm very simple. I don't watch TV. I don't need to watch TV. Just give me internet, right? I just need internet, right? So you have internet utilities that you got to pay for, these type of things. So you're looking at rent. You're looking at a car note / car insurance. You're looking at groceries. utilities, and etc. Right? You're looking at these things. So it was showing me that how fast $3,000 could really go. Now, the next thing is I'm there unlocking superpowers. You think I thought I was going to be doing that when I was there? No, I didn't think I was going to be doing that. But I appreciated that. And it went to show. It also was another review because I isolate so much from the real world. It started showing me I was a lot stronger and I could handle what was here. I could handle being around other people. It's like a ridiculous level, like super multi-dimensional, like levels of things. It's not just these tests the way we've been programmed. It's a test, it's a review, it's a lesson, it's a mirror, it's everything, it's opportunities, it's all type of shit, bro. It's ridiculous. So I almost felt like going to see my cousin was like a test run and a lesson on learning, like, okay, are you ready for this? Are you prepared? Because you didn't know half the shit. This is why you went through 3,000 so fast. You had to live here. You went and got an Airbnb to get clear and da-da-da-da. So it was like, okay, there was a lot of shit I had to learn before I just go out here and get $20,000. How did you handle $3,000? I handled $3,000 in the sense of trying to align myself, keep myself aligned spiritually. And I saw how fast that money went through because the foundation was not set properly. This is why I keep saying, you don't go through that shit like that if your foundation is set properly, which is why I'm like, I just want the foundation right now. I have all the spiritual shit. Just give me the fucking foundation. Because if you have the foundation, you're not going to blow through the money like that. You're just not. But I had to learn these things. Universe also does that. You'll want a certain thing. Say you want 20,000. It'll give you 3,000. Let me see how you handle it. Let me see what you do with it. And it showed me, that was the review. Okay, I was not ready for $20,000. I was not ready for that. But I learned it and I got experience with, okay, this is how I handle 3,000. This is how I would handle 3,000. Maybe different in this situation or this and the other. But I realized I wasn't ready for that shit. Go even deeper. It's how your energy is running. So the exact gifts that I unlocked when I was there allowed me to heal certain aspects of myself physically. It allowed me to actually expand my physical capacity because how your energy runs physically is gonna control how you even operate finances. Bro, it's ridiculous, bro. You can go into the root chakra, you can go into the etheric body, you can go into these things and see how your energy is running. How healthy is your backbone? How healthy are your bones? How healthy are your muscles? All this shit holds a vibration, bro. All of it. Each layer of the body system holds a fucking vibration. And if you have programming from your parents, it's going to control how you handle money. It's going to control how you go about survival. It's going to control this, that, and the other, bro. I was layers beyond layers, like, revealed to me. It was ridiculous. So it wasn't, because I thought I had failed. I thought it was this one moment. I was given this $3,000 and I was supposed to overcome the world and everything. No, that was simply given to me to show me that I wasn't ready, to show me what's required, to show me the type of healing and growth that I needed, to show me X, Y, and Z. It was meant to show me all of that shit. Which I'm like, I'm happy about because I understand the lessons, but I was just kind of mad about it. But now that I've been calming down and healing, I realized it was necessary. It was a stepping stone. You needed this. You had to learn this. Why is this shit charging so slow? So, yeah, man, it's a lot, man. The universe does a lot. But I'm grateful because what's happening is when things like this happen and you're aligned with nature and the universe, it's not about, oh, that was that one opportunity. No, it just means it's preparing you. Sometimes it's preparation. Bro, it's ridiculous. Sometimes it's preparation. You know, some other kid maybe didn't get a 96 on the test. Maybe some other kid got like a 60. And then their second go, oh, it wasn't even a test, Johnny. You don't even got like trip. It was a review. It was a review to show you you're not ready for the full thing yet. So now that second test, Johnny gets to prepare better from what he learned from the first reviewed fake test shit. And now the second test, Johnny get a fucking 99. The universe does that. And also understand they're unlimited, bro. They're always coming. So you don't have to beat yourself up if you feel like you failed this and the other. You have to change your perception to you didn't fail, you learned something, right? You know what kept playing in my mind that whole time? When Giannis was like, someone asked Giannis, oh, was this season a failure? He's like, it's never a failure, dog. It's never a failure. You worked, you learned, you grew. You take that into consideration next season and you move forward with it. It's never a failure. It's never a failure. Just because you didn't absolutely do this, never a failure. You learned, you grew. And I'm like, that shit just kept playing in my head. That's what it is. But this is why I got to put myself more into the world and talk and do things, because I feel like I have a very, very like beautiful like perception on things. Bro, it was a movie that I watched when I was younger, and it was, I think it was called A Beautiful Mind. It was A Beautiful Mind that really resonated with me a lot. I just don't really experience, I mean, the schizophrenic shit is not really what I experience. I more so see it in my mind. Like, some people talk about seeing spirits and entities. Like, I don't, like, I don't really see them, like, here on the physical. I more so see them in my mind's eye. I know they're there. But I can sense them as a gift. But I be wondering, like, damn, you get stronger, you probably just gonna see these shits, like, all the time. So I was like, hold on, right? But I'm telling you, it showed me my physical capacity wasn't big enough. Then you know what I learned when I was there? It showed me, they was like, all right, yeah, your backbone needs healing. Your physical body needs healing. Your backbone needs healing. Your backbone is the fucking, it's probably one of the longest bones in your body. It's probably one of the most important things for stability and support and this, that, and the other. How do you think that translates in the world to where you're talking about, I need this money, I need this, that, and the other? How is that vibrating? How is that energy going? Does that energy carry your parents' programming and limiting beliefs? Because then that will block you off from money. It's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. But then it showed me you still need more healing. You're not ready. And then it gave me gifts to heal the exact shit that it showed me. So when I sit here and say, oh, yeah. Go in there and, you know, I had used $3,000. I didn't use $3,000 to go there. I used half of that money to go back to the ocean because my car was gone now, to get clear, to figure out what I didn't know exactly what to do. And I used the rest of that money to go there and do other shit. So it unlocks certain gifts that I'm like, I would take this gift over $3,000 any day. I take this gift over $10,000. I take this gift over $15,000. I take this gift over $50,000. I would take these gifts over any amount of money, bro. So when you see, you don't have to go there. Don't get distracted. I'm just looking at my actual situation. You understand what I'm saying? I'm looking at my actual situation. My situation is just set up in a way where I have all these gifts, and I would take all these gifts over money. However, I'm understanding you need money to be in the world and even make these gifts be useful. See what I'm saying? But the universe is preparing me, and I know that. I know my higher self is preparing. I can feel it. So I don't beat myself up when I fucking ordered Papa John's and aloe vera juice because I hadn't eaten in several days. Because it just led to me tweaking out. The tweak out led to me realizing, holy shit, the universe is trying to tell me that you're not asking for enough. The universe has showed me what my position is and what my spiritual ranking is. And it's like, you have to walk that way. And that way might be, you have to remove any programming that you thought that was. You have to learn what it is that that position truly means. My position is very high, very, very high. So I have to act like it. And that doesn't mean I have to carry myself later. No, I just have to realize when, okay, if I'm this, I need this. There's no point in me being a fucking general or commander, and that's not even the position. It's higher, it's way higher. I need an army, I need weapons, I need intel, I need clothing, I need money, I need, you see what I'm saying? All of that starts to come into the fucking play. So you have to just realize what it is you need. You can't be sitting here saying, well, we have clothes, so we don't need a tank. Well, we have the tank, so we don't need the money. It doesn't work that way. You get all the shit you need, bro. All of it. That Papa John's is low-key fucking my stomach up. I'm not gonna hold you. Low-key gotta use the bathroom. But is it time? And also, it's not enough air in here. Oh my God. My body was overwhelmed. Yes, butterfly flying past. And I got air in and I already feel better. Overwhelmed, not enough air. I'm talking, so that's depleting energy. And on top of that, I didn't have Papa John's. All right, cool. So, yes, the universe is showing me. It's showing me. And I used to think like, oh, it's how you handle this. I handled this amazing. I've been in my car for months, bro. I've been working on projects with this, that, and the other, but I've been doing all type of shit. I've handled this amazingly when you put it in hindsight. Amazingly. So, is that it, or is there something left? Universe tests you, reviews, to all type of shit. Bro, I've gone very deep into this, and I'm realizing now they're also saying you need to start giving back. You need to start giving back, and you need to start making. Oh, I see what I can do. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And also I'm gonna use all the like. I want to sit with nature about that. Because a part of me is like, if you have people that will assist you with money, why not use that shit? Understand, like, you know, spiritually they may not resonate, but what does that have to do with the money? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a hobby, fan. What the fuck does that have to do with the money? If this person is willing to assist you with money, why not use that shit? You know what I mean? You gotta talk to this motherfucker all day. They could be a supporter from a distance, but know that that's love, you know? So I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna sit with the earth. What's my phone on? 37. That's good fucking enough. I'm gonna get to my walk. Just because I just don't feel like sitting here. I just really don't. Oh my god, my fucking legs are killing me. Oh. Damn, it's hot. I'm bringing my hoodie. Just because when I got to where I got last time, like, I literally was like I was cold as hell. I was like, what the fuck? Alright. So, you know, back to what I was saying, like, it's a lot of shit, bro. It's a lot of things in the universe I'm aware. People don't, like, my cousin didn't even know the whole time I was there. Like, I was literally using superpowers so my body wouldn't collapse. How are you going to tell me to go get a job and do X, Y, Z, and you don't even understand, like, what I'm doing? Like, you don't understand this other world of what I'm experiencing. So you sitting here saying get a job is beyond ignorant. He was like, yeah, man, you know, walking away from a conversation, that's not manly. Bitch, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, right? But if I say that, you're going to get mad, and I don't have the patience for this, bro. You don't have the capacity for what the fuck I'm saying right now. The second something is pointless, anyone saying to, like, stay there and keep talking about it, that's demons talking through you, and you don't even know it, right? There's no point in this because it's just going to lead to a heated debate. You think you're making a point, and you're not. It's not reaching, it's not relaying. So the smart thing to do is take a break from this and let it settle. So I even went along with what he was saying, just to, I was on the song, oh, you might have been right, da-da-da-da. And again, it proved to me I was already right from the first day. It didn't resonate, which is why I didn't move any farther forward with it, right? Sometimes you just got to start letting people talk, or just say whatever they need to hear. I already know, like, all right, this is pointless. This is pointless now. I'm realizing now in hindsight, this was the universe teaching me a lesson. This was the universe reviewing where I was at. This is the universe also teaching me you don't even know how to handle money yet, right? So it did all of this, bro. It's so, I'm telling you, it's like an eternal thing. Like, it's so many dimensions to what's actually happening that it's like you just have to keep seeing the beauty in it. Just see the beauty in all levels, right? So it was like my higher self was like, don't even argue with him. His higher self was like, don't even argue with him. Just let him talk. You about to leave anyway. It doesn't matter. But the smart thing to do is, once somebody starts doing that, just walk away from the conversation. That's exactly what I did. Because now you're going to sit here for another hour or two preaching about some shit I already told you doesn't resonate. I already told you this don't make no sense. You're wasting your time. You're wasting my time. Right? So it's like, bro, but that be the truth of shit. But people can't handle it. They don't have the capacity. And it's funny, I'll say he don't have the capacity, but I drew on the board. I literally drew on this board that was there of part of the reason why I was there, because even being around me, you're healing. You don't even know that. Just being around my energy, you're healing. You don't even know that. I literally, when I was on the plane, I was given a free Aquafina bottle. I was like, I'm not drinking Aquafina. My intuition said, keep it. It'll make sense later. I got to there. I didn't understand why I was here if I wasn't here for money. So what happens, my intuition had me draw out a bunch of symbols and shit to understand why I was here, what was going to happen, what was going on. That's fire. Sometimes I even forget that's a gift, right? Had me do all that, right? I got to pee so bad right now, right? Had me do all that. You're good. We're going to clean that up, right? Had me do all that. I drew it on the board. It's a small bottle inside a bigger bottle. His capacity and emotional capacity needs to expand, so that you can handle when people are not agreeing with you. So when you're saying, oh, you don't offer me nothing, you have no idea. I've already been healing you just by being here. You have no idea. And then he came to me like later days, is like, you know what? I think I need to like increase my empathy and this, that, and the other. He had no idea. That's the effect of me being here. I literally being here is already elevating your consciousness, awareness, and capacity to be able to even realize shit like this. Right? There's a lot I can offer you, bro. A lot. And it's priceless. You can't find this shit nowhere just on some like da-da-da-da. In such a close way where it's actually spiritual blood that y'all share. Yeah. Priceless. Okay, I always get this confused. Not that way. I did that yesterday. So let's go. Did I do that yesterday? I don't remember. When I come out here, I'm pretty sure this is it. And I got a pee too. So, what else is it that I need to talk about? So, yeah, man, that shit was a lot to unpack. It was a review. It was this and the other. Another thing I really learned, when I block off everybody's energy, the universe comes to me a lot, like, way clearer. Like, way, way clearer. Yeah. Oh, you have to make that point? Okay. So he basically was saying, like, you walking away from the conversation is like, he was like, that's not really like manly and this, that, and the other. No, what's being manly to me is understanding when this conversation is pointless and no longer effective. That to me is manly. That to me is high ranking. That to me is an intelligent, conscious person who's tapped in. This isn't going to get us anywhere. Let's take a break. This doesn't resonate. Let's take a break. Instead of wasting time sitting here trying to relay a certain point over and over because you think it's the greatest thing ever, but my body's literally saying don't go along with that. Right? And then you make the example of, oh, well, what if someone had $1 million, $2 million, you're going to walk away? If my body said walk away, yes. Yes. Because I'm going to take all these gifts and superpowers over $2 million any day. It's not up for debate. It's not even close. But I can't even say that to you because you don't have the capacity. Your higher self. I'll go to your higher self. Your higher self will say, no, don't bother. He's not ready. He doesn't have the capacity. That simple. It's that simple. But I've already seen now, if I don't agree with you, you start turning into an emotionally immature child. I'm not dealing with that. It's not even that I wouldn't deal with it, because I would. You understand? Emotionally immature child, your empathy needs to grow. Water, sacral energy. You see how a lot of shit just comes back in full circle? All of that. Your energy has to grow there for us to, as a butterfly just flew past me. Your energy has to grow there for us to have real conversations about X, Y, Z. So we could talk about the actual positions our ancestors are telling us to fulfill. I don't care about what specific, position that this and the other is. I care about the position that they give me. Because I know that's the only way things are going to work. And me sitting here trying to play behind you is not going to work. It's out of position. It's out of position. Because I'm not the general. Even though I am a commander, I'm not the commander. I have a very specific position that's been given to me from nature. But you're not ready to hear that. You're not ready for what that actually is. I tried it. I tried to have that conversation. And your higher self was like, he's not ready. And the one time that it said no, and like somehow we ended up still talking about it, it showed me why. You started tweaking and saying all this, that, and the other. And I'm like, all right. I'm not going to waste my time with this. Because you don't understand that's demons trying to get us to argue and have heated debates about nothing. A heated debate about nothing is a waste of time and energy, and it's basically demonic. It's just entities trying to get us to heat our energy up so they can feed off of it. But you don't know that. You know money and politics and this and the other, which money is not, like, it's not hard to figure out. It's just what are you willing to do to get it and this and the other. There are certain things that I spiritually get blocked off from doing because it doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve me to do what you did to get money. My intelligence is still there. I don't have the assets the way this, that, and the other was. You literally even admitted to putting certain assets in your name that weren't in your name, and and that gave you power to do X, Y, Z. You saw me figure that shit out in seconds. Well, minutes, but you know what I mean. Right? So it's about having these conversations. So I see now I needed to unpack a lot of this. And now I got to put my energy back because I'm starting to feel this person's energy that I'm even talking about. It's ridiculous, bro. All right, is anyone out here? Someone over there. I have to pee so bad that it is ridiculous. Hold on. Yeah, we're good. Oh, God. I gotta pee. Hey, I gotta pee. Hey, hey. Ooh. Oh. Yes, dude. I don't give a fuck about them people over there. I gotta get this pee out. I don't even fucking see nothing. Bitch, your dogs pee everywhere. Why the fuck I can't go pee? Dogs peeing just, oh, that's a shut up. But see, I don't like going into that because it just proves the same thing. I don't like going into aggression energy. Aggression energy a lot of times is very ignorant. I'm not good on that. Yup, you gotta add positivity in there. I will say though, my cousin is very smart and aware of certain things. I will always say that. And I see he makes certain things happen. And at the same time, I'm also like, there's certain things here I'm just not willing to compromise over. I'm not willing to allow demons into my life to have money. No, nigga. What I have going on is worth more than all of this. No. Because if what you were pitching was that worth it, then I would say. It's really that simple. So, right. So the universe showed me a lot of things. The universe showed me not to really compromise your spiritual just to have this money. It's not about allowing demons in your life to have this money or do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't like speaking in this way around people because then they'll take it personally. Oh, you saying I'm a demon? No, nigga, I'm saying you got demons around you because you don't understand how your energy is working. You don't understand how the people around you energy is working. Right? So while you sit here and you think you're educating me, you're not teaching me anything, bro. This is shit I already know. This is not going to have me money. You think stocks is going to bring me money tomorrow. Like, no, that's a long-term process of X, Y, and Z, and da-da-da-da. No. Like, I'm aware of all this shit anyway. But from their perspective, oh, he taught him this, he taught him. No, nigga, you don't understand that somebody saying X, Y, Z doesn't mean they're teaching. Right? It doesn't mean that I'm learning or picking up any new information that's actually going to help me. I did not pick up any new information that's actually going to help me. I genuinely didn't. It was shit I already know, and it was having the same conversation I've had with other people. It's not actually bringing in a level of income that's required for what I'm dealing with on the spiritual side. You don't have the capacity, so I can't even talk to you about what's happening on the spiritual side. So you can't even help me with finding what's congruent with that. And you can't surrender that, literally, or you end up being around demons. So it's just funny, right? It's just kind of ridiculous. So I think now my next step is to make the video and you're gonna post both. All right, cool. So that's what I gotta talk. Damn, there's still more. Oh, yes. All right, you know where to go. You know what to do. All right, cool. Also, I could just I see. All right. Oh, looking at what the energy is showing me. Yeah, this has been a lot. All right, so we're gonna pull our energy away from this because I'm starting to feel this person's energy. There's a lot of like mental energy and this, that, and the other. I don't feel like dealing with that shit right now. So, what are we gonna change? Fire. What are we gonna change this to? Universe. Am I gonna? No, on the way back, maybe just to see. Universe, Earth, Commander. Your universe is constantly operating off your own consciousness, and so wherever you are, it's gonna peep that, and it's gonna find ways to reach you and get you to understand certain things and lessons. That's just how it operates, and that's what it's doing right now. It basically showed me, like, all right, we showed you $3,000. What did you do with it? All right, you took risks. You actually did the shit you were supposed to do. Get clear, take risks, and go here and da 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 da. You listened to your intuition to the best of your ability. You tried to look at certain things. You even followed what was being shown to you on the spirit realm, which is, part of that is your dreams. You listened to all of this. Literally. Even when certain things was like, what the fuck? This don't make, why would I do that? You still listened because that was what felt right to you, and it was a learning lesson. So yeah, clear that energy out, get clear. Now you also see, right? And so it's funny now because the universe does shit like this, bro. The universe will put you through, it's my perception. The universe put me through certain things. So I had a dream, I'm gonna talk about it. I had a dream the very night I booked a flight to go be around this person. I had a dream where it started off where I was in my childhood home, and I was passing my father's side of the bed in his room, and I was going down the steps. And the childhood crush I talked about in other dreams, I don't know why, but some aspect of her was there. I don't know if it was just I heard her name or some aspect of her was there. I don't know what the fuck that had to do with anything. The second dream is switched. I was at the ocean. I was on the beach, and God approached me through a powerful storm in the water. And I was like, you know what? Before all the other times I used to run and this and the other, this was the one time I was open to. I was like, yo, let's go. I'm here with it. Somebody called my name and distracted me. They distracted me. They pulled me back. They was like, yo, your laptop is on the beach. And like, without even thinking about it, I just grabbed my laptop and ran from the water. So that's already telling you that person was going to distract you. But all of this felt like it had to happen, which kind of pissed me off. Right? Oh, wow. I see now. So I'm going to keep going. Right? So then the third dream, and I was mad too, because I was like, yo, this is one of the first times I really just accepted it. Like, I was open and da da da. How could I get pulled? How did this even happen? Like, what the fuck? So then the third dream, mind you, they pulled me back. So the third dream turned into, what was the third dream? The third dream was I was in the second dream, they pulled me back into like the boardwalk. Mind you, where I was at, there is no boardwalk. So I was like, where the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is that? So then the third dream was, yeah, you're good. I was in a room, a wooden room, nicely polished furniture, all type of shit. Wow, I just found another aspect of the dream. Nice, nah, I said that, but whatever. Nicely polished, furnished, whatever. It's nice as fuck. And I was standing next to Kai Sanai, who was sitting down. He was on my laptop. It had a PS5 hard drive in it. I don't know why. And then I remember it felt like old energy from when I was younger. People trying to like convince me that I was this, and that's not what I was, right? Like this isn't my position. You're trying to tell me what my position is, and you have no spiritual connection. You have no anything. So it's like you actually don't know, right? So, what was the other thing, right? So that's what it felt like. And I woke up feeling really, really weird. And I heard this song that kept playing that this someone I used to listen to. They was like, tell me who you hang with, nigga, I'll tell you your future. And I was like, what the fuck that mean? So I'm sitting here like, okay, this is obvious. It's saying cancel the flight, right? I'm like yo, it's saying cancel the flight because being around this person is gonna pull you away from God and da 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 da. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna cancel the flight, da da da. My whole body's saying no, don't cancel the flight. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Okay, like, I'm starting to get mad, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to actually get mad because I'm like, yo, why, like, no, right? Like, you're bugging out, right? So there were several layers of this dream. One layer was where I was at near my father's bed and going down the stairs, there's carpet that has wood under it. So you're looking at the past and you're looking at this like I bring it up because in the second dream, the boardwalk was wood. In the third dream, it was polished wood. So I went back and I was like, wait, what? And then in the first dream, it was this carpet, but I know there's wood under it. So the first dream was kind of like the past, shit that's hidden, right? Yeah, I'm gonna sit down right here while I'm talking. It's like the past, shit that's hidden. This is like the foundation of your dream. This is like whatever decision or whatever you're doing, like this is the foundation of it. And when you make certain decisions where the foundation's not right, a lot of times what you sow is not going to be aligned and proper. Sometimes it's like that, sometimes it's not. It's weird. Because sometimes like you just needed to make a decision and that was it. That was just the level of it. Just make a decision, right? So the second dream was the wood was different. The wood was exposed. The wood was exposed. It was no longer hidden and under the carpet, so it's not like subconscious anymore, right? And this kind of symbolized like what was going on around me in childhood. I didn't understand, but it was affecting me subconsciously, right? So the second one, I got pulled back onto the boardwalk. The wood looks like boardwalk wood sucks. Like I don't like it. It's not like this, right? It is similar to this, but it's more nasty and it looks broken down or whatever. So I saw the synchronicities within the dreams. So I'm like, what the fuck? This person pulled me from God. So then the third dream, it's Kai Cenat. I'm in this like polished wood, but I feel like I'm out of position. That's how I felt when I was around my cousin. I feel like I didn't have the same access to my higher self that I have here, where all these answers and awareness is very clear and evident to me. It felt like I was sitting next to somebody who felt like they were the greatest thing in the world, and I had no say. I couldn't say this. You have all the answers, da da da. Meanwhile, you're not connected to your intuition. You're not connected to the spiritual realm. You're not connected to any of this shit. That's also part of why they sent me there, because you need the spiritual and I needed the physical. You provide the physical, I provide the spiritual. We can work together. But if you don't have the capacity, it's not gonna fucking work. It's not gonna work. If your higher self is saying I can't relate this to you, then there's nothing I could do. So it also showed me that, and it was saying I was out of position. I can't say what my position is right now. He don't even realize he said what his position was, but I can't even go into that because he's not ready. But I was just like, whatever, right? So that was the third dream. So here's how I'm gonna break this shit down. So what was happening, right? Because the biggest thing I was looking at when I woke up was like, how did I get pulled back? Like, how did that even happen? And why are they showing me? Why is the spiritual realm showing me this shit after I made the decision? Why would you not warn me before? Do you know why? Because it was showing me it was something I had to experience and go through and learn all this and activate other powers while I was there. I was like, what the fuck, right? That was part of it. So what did I figure out from this? So what did I learn from this? When I was there, right, when I flew to be around my cousin, I was so far away from my family and parents that certain programs that I had from being around them started to come out. And you know where it came out? My backbone. Where did I get pulled in the dream away from God? My back. So it was saying you needed to heal. Backbone. Now you could go into wood. Wood is physical energy. Backbone is the foundation. It's what's solid. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of aligned with me in showing the wood, where the wood you're standing on is the foundation. It's this, that, and the other. It's part of the foundation, however you want to word it, but it aligns with physical energy, right? So I'm there. I'm like, yo, boardwalk, what the fuck? So we end up at some point going to the fucking ocean, and we're on the boardwalk. Was it boardwalk? There was a boardwalk there. Yeah, it was like a boardwalk there. Bruh, it was like ridiculous. Boardwalk, arcade games, all this stuff, you know, the regular. That's what I was seeing in the dream. It was like boardwalk, and they were standing, like the person, I couldn't make out who the person was. I just assumed it was my cousin, and I was right. And I assumed that it was like energy between my father and my cousin. I was right, right? So I don't know if it's, whatever. I'm gonna keep going. So I end up going to the boardwalk with him at some point. There was no boardwalk near the beach that I was on when I was by myself in my own energy, complete access to X, Y, and Z. Now the other thing is also, we're in the car one day, he's driving, he's talking, he's like, oh yeah, you know Kai Cenat is here. He's doing his Mafia on 3 here. And I'm sitting here like, he doing Mafia on 3, I had 3 dreams. You talking about Kai Cenat is in the same place you're talking about. These are dreams I had before I even came here. And this is what he's talking about. I just couldn't understand it. I felt out of place. I get there, right? So I had the PS5 hard drive, in my laptop. I'm like, what the fuck that mean? One of the first things my cousin said to me, yeah, man, I'm about to get a PS5. Right? So it was relaying this, it was relaying this to me in certain symbols and dreams. I just didn't understand it. But everything that was in the dream felt that way. I felt out of position, out of place. I felt like this is not where my power is going to exist if this person is not aware. Right? I have to either not be here or this person has to be aware. It's one of those two things. It's one or the other. It's not going to work. You had the PS5. I felt out of position. Ooh, butterfly. Felt out of position. What was the second one? Then it was like, tell me who you hang with, nigga, I tell you future. When I got there, I started to sense certain people had demons around them, certain energy I had to stay away from. And every time I was around this person, that song would start playing, tell me who you hang with, nigga, I tell you future. Bro, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous, right? So, but I was like, why would they tell me afterwards, not before? And I got mad at that because I looked at myself like, oh, something's wrong with me. Like, you know, I'm still not aligned the way I need to be. I should have seen this beforehand. No, it was like this on purpose. It was like this on purpose because it was meant to teach me a lesson. I had to let go of this because you know what happened when I was there? We're going to go back to the wood dreams. We're going to go back to the three different wood. Also, another thing is the childhood crush. You know what her name is? This is how I realized what it was too. In the first one, you know her last name is Wood. I hate to throw that out there. I'm sorry, but I don't give a fuck. This is more important than whatever. I don't care. Her last name is Wood. Her literal last name is Wood. And some aspect of her popped up in the first dream. I didn't understand. It was very subconscious. Wood. So under the carpet was wood. In the second dream, the wood was exposed, but it wasn't really like that good. It's serviceable. It functions. It works. But it's not really that good. Third dream, polished wood. I was in a room. And the whole room was like wood polished. When I was staying with my cousin, the whole room was wood and polished. The whole room was like, a lot of it was like wood. And it was nice as fuck. Bro, it was ridiculous. Bro, you see how many layers of this shit keep going? And we could keep going even further, right? So how did I get pulled back? I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So while I'm there, I go outside every day. I start communing with nature. I'm seeing all type of shit. I'm meeting cats and shit. Bro, I can't even go into that shit. I'm seeing all type of different animals and shit. It's beautiful. I'm walking along the water. I'm trying to like commune with the land that's there. Fire. I start getting guided. I start this, that, and the other. I start unlocking new gifts and abilities. And then the new ability I had the new whatever, right, showed me that there was certain energy that needed healing. It was like, yeah, the back of your aura is like, well, I didn't know that there. I figured it out after I left. But it started to show me there was certain energy from my backbone that started to reveal itself because I was away. And the first thing it showed me was my childhood of my father and how he was. But because I was so close to my father, this energy couldn't come out. It couldn't release. It couldn't be letting go of because I was so close to him. Bro, it was ridiculous. It was so layered. It was ridiculous. Right? So then it's like, okay, well, did I make a mistake by coming here? Because I'm using this $3,000, part of that, to even get here. That flight was expensive. I didn't know nothing about flights. That flight there was $400. Now my flight back was $150 because I had to learn. I had to learn there's a cheaper way to do this. The reason I didn't do that is because I saw on like Spirit and Frontier, it was like, you couldn't have no bags and you couldn't have this. So I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna just have to go with Delta. But I learned that quickly. Came back, I used fucking Frontier, nigga, 150, nigga. 150. So all of this was a learning lesson. Not only that, unlocked ability and gift that showed me where physical healing was necessary. Bro, it was so layered, it was ridiculous. All of this happened. Right? So it showed me afterwards because this was meant to be learned. Because when I woke up, I was about to cancel that shit. And my whole body said no. It was like, don't cancel this. Like, what am I here? It was like, don't cancel this. Don't. So sometimes you have to let this happen. Sometimes it's just showing you this is gonna happen, and just, you know, be ready for it. Everything that was in that dream started to happen when I was there. I felt out of place. I felt like I was being pulled from God. I started to feel, I didn't like the way I was feeling. I'm so tapped in and tuned in, I could fucking find answers anywhere. But sometimes it means you need to go. Stay there for like 2.5 weeks, and then Earth and nature was like, all right, it's time to leave. Literally, it was like, it's time to leave, so I left. Now, when I got out of that and I started to unpack all this, it was showing me, yeah, oh shit. It started to show me, right? It was like, all right, yeah, the back of your aura needs work. Oh, and that's coming from your spine because you grew up with a disease that actually affected your spine. The muscles, the bones, the tendons, everything surrounding that area has been affected. And it needs to be healed, and you have to release energy and this, that, and the other. And that's something you have to work on. Bro, it was so layered, it was ridiculous. Right? So me going there, I also got gifts that allowed me to be in tune with Earth on a deeper level so I can maintain my own energy. Because see, we can go even deeper. That's why I got pulled back. That's why I got pulled back. Part of that comes from my father. Right? Because if you have a hole in your aura, other people's energy can affect you. That's what it's saying. Not only that, the chakras, you receive energy through the back of your chakras. So someone's energy can infiltrate your shit and pull you out of like where you're supposed to. Bro, it goes so layered. But the whole thing was worth it because I unlocked certain gifts and I learned all that. Look how much I learned. I learned, okay, you can't be lifting. You need to have your own transportation because that shit racks up money very easily. Okay, what's the next thing? All right, you have to buy your own groceries. You can't be eating out because that shit racks up money. You have to have somewhere solid to stay that is like set in foundation, not Airbnb for 3 days and that's damn $200 or this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? You need long-term stability. So you know what you're actually working with, not doing things so randomly, so sporadically kind of thing. All right, now you learn you could take flights for $150, not for $100. If you just don't bring this bag that you don't really need, you could put some clothes in this, that, and the other shit. Clothes ain't that important as long as you got your necessities. Hoodie, shirt, pants, thermals. I don't wear underwear because it make you dig little. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all type of shit, bro. What else did I learn? I learned being around people after activating all these gifts. How would I be affected? How is this person affecting me? And it showed me, being around him, I saw how his energy was affecting me and influencing me. And it was coming from the fact that I wasn't grounded enough. So the dream was showing your stabilization is actually improving, even though you're going through all this fuck shit. You're actually learning, growing, and expanding. Man, when we go deeper, I even felt the dream and how it physically felt. The first dream felt bad. The second dream felt better, but still not good. And then the third dream felt the best. And I'm like, why would the third dream feel the best if, you know, the middle dream, if I'm not supposed to do this? Because it was like you're growing. You took a risk. You did something you're not used to doing. You went out here. You did this, that, and the other. And now you're still being rewarded for that. Still get gifts. That's another part of the reviews of the universe, bro. You get gifted for taking risks with certain things. You get gifted for still acting on shit. So even though I realized, like, damn, this wasn't the best decision, I still got gifted because I took action on certain things. And I unlocked super gifts being there. I also got to see how my energy runs being around people, how my energy runs, you know, being sick, how my energy ran being in a room where I couldn't open the window, how all type of shit, bro. All type of shit. Being in a different environment, and it showed me I actually can be in the world. It just has to be congruent. If it's not congruent, your energy, like his energy started to kind of block my energy in a sense where his energy is not aligned and I'm absorbing it. If I'm absorbing unaligned energy, what do you think is going to happen to you? So it gave me gifts on to better stabilize my energy. And it was a review showing you're not necessarily ready yet, bro. I hope you know this. Like, you're not ready yet. And I'll be sometimes, because I'll be trying to do the Goku versus Frieza shit where Goku don't fold to nothing. It don't work that way. It's not the same situation. You're not fighting somebody and it's that simple where it's life or... I don't want to say life or death is simple, but it's simple in the sense where you know it's either I overcome this thing and die, or and live and win, or I die, right? Like that becomes a simple equation. It's 1 or 0. This is not 1 and 0. This is all type of me trying to figure out X, Y, Z. Even when I got the $3,000, I was so all over the place. I didn't know how to be clear enough to make a decision. I went into nature and nature showed me 2 things and I could not understand that shit to save the life of me. And it goes back to what I was saying about him. He didn't have the emotional capacity. I didn't have the physical capacity. Oh, there's a bunch of bees jumping a hornet. They jumping that nigga. Whole lot of gang shit going on. See, I keep trying to tell you, if we all work together, we will win. I keep trying to tell you, nigga. They jumping that nigga. Nigga, ain't no fighting fair, bitch. Literally. They literally on some like, there is no fighting fair. Jumping that nigga. If we work as a fucking unit, this should've worked. Bitch, you got the money, I got the spiritual connection. right? Now we can go into another level. My name is Jabari. We're going to start with that. Everyone's name carries symbolic meaning. So Ja carries meaning, Bar, and every syllable carries meaning. And it's meant to show where you are in life and what you need to be doing. Jabari. When I sat here and did, like, I don't want to say etymology, but I did the energy reading of these syllables and names, my name basically meant Ja was like magnetic and he who sees ahead. That's exactly me. I have the spiritual connection. My energy is very magnetic. People always like love my energy. Like it's weird, but if I be looking homeless, ain't shower, nothing, people just love me. Like it's so, you know. Bar. I was like, okay, bar. Bar meant two things to me. It was meeting of water, and I forget what bar. I did it like Jib bar. I forget what bar it was. It was something else too, but it was like meeting of water. I kept telling people, I need to go to the ocean. I need to go to the ocean. I need to go to the ocean. I finally said, fuck everybody. I went to the ocean. I slept here. Now I have all type of superpowers and shit. So, Jib bar. I finally did that. So now I'm on Re. I'm on Ari, which meant, what was Ari meant? Ari meant like superior. It meant like sun-like. It was like lion. It was like all these different things. So it's basically teaching me how to, yes, you can say that. It's teaching me how to fulfill this part of my name, this role. They actually mean things, and it actually is like real. Like it's so fire, bro. This is what I mean by the spiritual connection. This is priceless information. This is information how you can become in tune with your soul and be doing what you're supposed to be doing. Even though I get mad and this and the other, you gotta understand, 5 months ago, I was about to kill myself. And now I became like the happiest nigga on earth. I got all types of superpowers. I'm not depressed. I'm not this and that. I'm just looking, okay, we need to do more work. We need to do this. We need to do that. Right? So when we start saying, oh, okay, position, and my name quite literally means he who sees ahead, what the fuck do you think part of my position is? My position is automatically to be in a leader role. Your position might have been to go get these funds and do X, Y, Z. My position is probably to tell you what to do or what we need this funds for. We need this amount of money. We need this amount of money. This is what we need it for. I have other shit to figure out. You need to go get this money. And you have to do it in a way that aligns. I'll tell you which way aligns. You just have to go get it. That's how we're supposed to be working on a team. But he didn't have the capacity for that. And I didn't have the capacity at the same time. It's not just him, it's also me. I didn't have the physical capacity to handle where he didn't have the emotional capacity. See what I'm saying? So it's like, this is the type of shit I'm on, bro. This is how we're supposed to be working together and moving as a unit. And it goes even deeper than that. It goes even deeper than that. And it just keeps going and keeps going, bro. It's ridiculous. But this is it. When we're around each other, spiritual protection. You know, I was able to sense our ancestors were around us, communicating to me, telling me what is and isn't going to work. It's not just me saying, oh, you know, I don't think, music for me. No. I'm just doing this because I don't want to continue having this conversation. Like, I don't. There's certain things I just couldn't relate to you in that moment, in that this, that, and the other. It's just certain shit I can't relate to you, dog. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's our higher selves. My higher self and your higher self are working together. It's gonna let me know how much I can relay, how much I can say, how much I can do. Right? It's this type of shit. So, man, I can't believe this video is this fucking long. What was the other thing? Right. So you have to go into, like, I guess you can call it the etymology of your name or this and the other. But if you start understanding that each syllable, it's like a checkpoint. That's how he worded it. I can't say his name. That's some bullshit. But all right. It's like a checkpoint. I knew I was at Bar, but I didn't know how to get past that. Everyone calls me Bar. I love and hate that name because that name doesn't give off what my energy is supposed to be. My energy is not just water. My energy is way more powerful than that. I have to finish healing, and my energy will actually give off some other shit. And that's where I'm at now. Ari. It's like sunlight, superior, this and the other. How would I become that way with this disease that's keeping my aura in this color, in this vibration? Oh, you go to the water, you learn how to heal yourself. You're no longer going to operate that way. You see what I'm saying? Bar. It's already magnetic. I was already seeing ahead. I was already having the visions. I was already having this and the other. Then it was Bar. I had to meet with the water. I had to come to the ocean and get all this information, get all these superpowers, unlock it. All I want to do is bring that shit back to my family because now I'll get them in their purpose and role. I met somebody who had me not read the book. I listened to the audio book. I don't like reading. And watched the movie, The Celestine Prophecy, and it said everything I was going through, everything I was experiencing. So I got to keep vibrating high. I have to, bro. So that means I had to skip out on this money, and you talking about this and the other. That's what I had to do. And to be quite honest, like, that money was not gonna it wasn't going to be the way it needed to be. It just wasn't. I could tell that. And being honest with you, I could tell that, bro. I already know these things. Turn this into a business. They can't do this and the other. Da 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 da. None of it's gonna matter if you can't even get to the point where the shit is in your name. It becomes a waste of time. I already knew that shit. But I wanted to keep seeing, is there any information that's gonna pop up that's actually gonna be like, okay, that's different. I didn't look into that. Da 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 da. I still don't care about politics. I don't have any plan on having children, right now and having them in school. I would not put my children in school. I would homeschool them. So I don't care about a lot of shit that's going on, and my intuition is saying I don't need to care about it. So sometimes I do, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I never really thought of, I don't care, because my intuition is not bringing it to me, but I don't want to shut your shit down and not let you get off what you want to say. I genuinely don't care. If I need to worry about that, my intuition is going to bring it to me. The ancestors are going to bring it to me. Spiritual realm is going to bring it to me. Aside from that, I don't care. I just don't, because it means it's not for me to care right now. It's not that I don't care totally. It's just priority shit. It's literally priority. If you have two different decisions you need to make and one needs to be prioritized more, it's that simple. It doesn't mean you don't care about both decisions. Bitch, if you got bills to pay, you got to go be at your job. But if your fucking child's school is on fire, what's prioritized now? Bitch, you got to leave your job and go get your child. It's just priorities. They both matter. It's that simple. They literally both matter. So it's understanding a lot of our perceptions need to be expanded, but they can't expand unless we're healing. It's that simple. That's why I was brought to the water, to learn how to heal myself and be strong enough to help other people heal themselves. But that's what I'm at now. It's Ari. It's the last part of my first name. The timing of this is wild, but again, there is no age, there is no none of that, so it doesn't matter. Is that it? That is it. Oh no, that's it for that. Damn, this is a long ass video. But I'm telling you, I be going out there. I have so much information that it's ridiculous. So much information is ridiculous. See, like, that's another thing, bro. We were speaking to each other. We could sit here and be like, all right, this is where I'm at in my name, and this is what I need to be doing, and this is my position. You literally said your position out loud. You didn't even realize it. Someone thought, this is what no, my position is not that. Nature has shown me my position. It's about me getting a line where I can have everyone else getting. And I know what to learn other people's. I know how to access what other people's positions are. They just have to be open to it. It's that simple. So, no, there's one more thing. Nature. We need to get these niggas in nature. You sitting in the house all day. It's crazy. And I was very much like that. My sister, you got to get out the house. You got to get out the house. You got to get out the house. But no one understood. Me having a disease outside going felt crazy to me. The ocean has showed me how to deal with that now. So now I can go outside. I can do X, Y, and Z. Nigga, I needed to get your ass in nature, bro. But it didn't resonate at the time. You need to get your ass walking outside with me, being in the sun. The sun gives you downloads. The trees give you downloads. The ocean gives... I was going to pull forward, but I just didn't feel like it. The ocean gives you... Cool, it's still... The ocean gives you downloads. All these things give you downloads from your spirit and soul on what you're supposed to be doing on the planet. You're not in your purpose, bro. That's what I had to go into. You're not in your purpose, bro. Right? At least you're not... You might have acquired certain things for your purpose, but you're not using them in the purposeful manner you're supposed to be using them. It's that simple. So, right. And another part of it is like, being honest, bro. Honestly, I'm surprised this went into such a tangent and spiel of me just going into, boy, you're lonely, my nigga. You're lonely. That's the truth. You're lonely. That's why, like, sometimes it feels like you're going way out of your way for people. You just want people around, my nigga. That's all it is. You're lonely. You don't know why you're lonely. Because you're doing shit that does not resonate with your soul. It's that simple. The second I started doing this and like get into it myself, I stopped feeling that crazy level of loneliness. Don't get me wrong. Isolation for this long be like, my nigga, I need some niggas around. But for the most part, I could feel it. You're giving off the energy of loneliness. It becomes very evident because it's energy. It can't be hidden, bro. You can't hide energy. You can't hide how you feel. Like, all of that shit gonna be there. It's gonna be exposed by the energy. All right, I'm kind of ready to go to this tree. Oh no, I'm ready to sit down. Cool. My body is on some other shit. So I'm still eating that pizza after I leave. I ain't gonna hold you. So yeah, that's basically what it is, man. We just have to get into our roles. You gotta learn what your spiritual role is. And again, another thing is when we are around each other, we'll level up easier. If you ever watch Dragon Ball Z, that Goku explains this shit. When you fight with people, like you train with people, you level up faster. So what happens is our ancestors that's protecting you and my ancestors protecting me, they'll come together and we'll have a bunch of different ancestors around us. And our ability to access certain realms, dimension, understanding information will be easy. It will be easy. You would just be sitting here like, oh, this is easy. This is easy work. Like, this is like, oh, this and the others happening. That's what happens. The ancestors come together. Our souls start aligning. Our energies start lining up. Especially if you have someone who's very conscious and aware and awake. So, yeah, it's a lot of it. It's a lot to it. But I'm telling you, I'm aware of a lot, and I realize it's time for me to stop. It is something he said that resonated. It's time for me to stop gatekeeping. I don't even feel like I'm gatekeeping, but that triggered the energy of like, I don't feel like I'm teaching enough. I don't feel like I'm relaying enough information that I should have been and that I should be relaying, because I'm very much aware of a lot. Like a lot, to a ridiculous degree. Bro, I have the ability to sit down with trees and talk to them, and they give me certain information. But it's ridiculous. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, yeah. That's hilarious. I think I said that already. When I was there, it was that same song that played when I first woke up. Tell me who you hang with, nigga, I'll tell you future. That's what it was like. Bro, it's just certain energy around you that's actually keeping you blocked off from certain things. You didn't see it, and I would be able to tell you. I'm not going to say here. I'll tell you when I see you again, because I know I'm going to see you again. But it's blocking you off from seeing certain things. So I would have to have you in a certain environment, certain position, certain this and the other, because if not, then it doesn't work. And that's okay. If that's what you want to choose, that's fine. I'm all fine for it, but I'm not living in that reality. I'm just not. If we're not operating off this and understanding what our roles are, then no, I'm just not. But I'm not about to argue with anyone over anything. So going back to that argument, oh, if someone had $1 million, $2 million, if my body and intuition told me to walk away, I'd walk away. $2 million is not worth any of the shit that this nature has shown me. It's not worth superpowers. You understand? I grew up in the hospital. This shit showed me how to not ever be in the hospital again. That's worth way more than $2 million, bro. That's worth more than 100 million. I would take this over $1 billion. It's not even close. We're talking about superpowers. I would take superpowers over $1 billion in a heartbeat. It's not up for debate. It's not up for debate. So it's more simple than not more simple. It's more nuanced than just $1 million. Money is not everything, dog. If you have money but you can't sense that you have demons around you, you know what I'm saying? I only say this now because you didn't have the capacity then. I didn't have the capacity to be able to withstand whatever your reaction to this was going to be. Your higher self told me no more information, no more talking, no more that. It says it wouldn't let me. That's why. This is why I do it. It's not out of like all this other shit. I be trying to tell all y'all niggas, I was in front of you pushing myself with energy and you didn't even realize. So it was like, it's a lot of shit that I've been trying to do, but I have to listen to the spiritual realm. When you don't listen to the spiritual realm, stupid shit happens that you cannot explain. I have the vision and the ability to see this. That's why. So when people start talking about, oh, money is this, and no. So when I'm sitting here saying, oh, you know, I got rid of my car to be here, that's not the full truth. I'll be honest, it's not the full truth, bro. I'm here because the ancestors told me to leave. The ocean told me to leave and go somewhere. And it just so happened that this is what resonated the most. So that's where I went. It's always bigger than that. I don't reveal every absolute little thing because most people can't handle it. So there's no point in me doing that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, it's always bigger than that, bro. It wasn't just about money. It was about, I had to come here. I had to come here. Part of that was the weather was good. I had my family here, spiritual ally. My cousin. I get to spend time with my cousin. He had a baby. I get to see the baby. So all these things, I had somewhere to sleep, I had somewhere to shower, I had somewhere to cook. All these things had to be in alignment. And the best part is, well, I don't say the best part, but it was spiritual ally. Not only that, I activated gifts here. I was already told before I got here that this was a place where the land was congruent, meaning I would be able to commune with it. I'd be able to connect with the land and nature and the nature that was there. So when you saw me going outside every day, that's what the fuck I was doing. I was walking in the nature. I was communing with the sun. I was talking with the water. I was talking with the trees. Talking with the universe. Talking with the earth. It wasn't just random. It wasn't just me, da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? It's always way more aspects to it, but I haven't been able to relay that to people. I try to say, like, another part of it, right? So we had another cousin that was going to come through, and we're going to go into this, bro, because we got to start being honest. He was like, damn, like, it kind of bothered him. Like, you've been trying to get niggas to come, and I came, you know, I come, and they ready to come immediately. I told you, it's a spiritual thing, bro. Our spirits is together, so it green lights that shit. Her soul and spirit is saying, don't come here. And that can even go even deeper. Her soul and spirit is saying, don't come here. So with me being there, it actually created a different energy and vibration. So it was like, oh, a green light. That's why she was able to come easy. That had to change because so many things were happening and I was being guided to leave. So that's what I did. I ended up leaving. It's that simple. It's nothing to take personal or, you know, this and the other. That's part of where your energy has to expand. Your emotional energy has to expand. Your emotional body and sacral chakra have to expand. You have to become aware of these things. That's part of what my job is to make people more aware of this shit so they can actually start consciously operating the way I consciously operate, where I just listen to the spiritual realm and certain things that my soul and spirit relate to me. Oh, God. And then the other thing is you got to clear out your energy and then protect your energy because you got certain shit around you that is not going to allow you to operate in this. It's not going to allow this to settle. But I would have to be more personal with you. That'd have to be a one-on-one conversation between us where I show you this, that, and the other. It's always bigger than that, bro. It's always bigger than that. It's always bigger. And it's always love. Don't ever forget that. I don't care about none of this. Even when I'm saying, damn, these niggas be disrespectful, nigga. You ain't the only one. But it's programming. You're not even aware of where the disrespect is coming from. I'm feeling it in your body where your energy is blocked in certain places, so you're speaking out trauma. You have a lot that you have dealing with that you have, like, you don't really say out loud. When I was there, you start saying the shit out loud. It's part of one of my, like, I'll let that be. So is that it? All right, that's it. I actually still got to make one more video, too. All right, but that's it.